What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Sunni's Corner Live, episode 3. Know what I mean?
What's
I'm
up?
gonna have my
What
man
up?
Speedy kick it off, and we're gonna keep it going. M3 was good.
What's up, Mr. Best? What's up? What up, Smitty?
I
Chilling.
apologize, everybody. In case you all don't know, one thing. Excuse me, Smitty. I suffer from insomnia. Sometimes I go like 2 whole days. Sometimes I be up here. Little do y'all know, I probably was last sleep 2 days ago. I fell asleep, and I was out. I was knocked out cold, and I apologize dearly. So I just want to make that clear because we all know usually it's Soap's fault. Usually it's Soap's fault. Didn't mean to throw you on the bus, bud. Didn't mean to throw you on the bus.
Wow.
But anyway, we're going to go ahead. I want to welcome everybody. Thank you for tuning in once again to Smitty's Corner. All right. We're going to go ahead and kick things off. First, let's go ahead. Soap, how you feeling today? Let's check in with you. How do you feel, sir? How's your mental space?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Nigga, always chilling. M3. How's your mental space, sir? How do you feel? What's going on? You feel okay?
Yeah, man. I feel great, man. After last night's game,
Who played? Which one? I didn't see it. Which one?
it was
You
the Lions.
talking about KC?
No. It was the Lions versus the 49ers. And, the Lions, in the first half, the first and the second quarter, the
Yeah.
Lions really, dominated. I think it was 17-7, I believe.
Mhm.
And then it was a huge turnaround after the third quarter. And then from that point on, it just went downhill for the Lions, which is good for me because, I'm from the Bay Area. So
Mhm.
the original team, San Francisco 49ers, I'm like that. I'm not going to go there with the Raiders. They belong where they belong at. But I was so, elated and, your boy had a good celebration while I'm not going to work today. So sometimes you got to get that rest.
Okay. I ain't mad at you. All right, so we're going to kick this thing off with a little segment I'm going to start doing. It's called Things That Smitty Really Enjoys Watching, okay? So we're going to just kick it off real quick, kind of get settled in. These are things that I really do enjoy, take time to look at. Well, just some of the things. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to kick it off with this little short clip. All right. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and get into the topic. But let's go ahead and get warmed up with something nice and chill. I digress. My mic is muted. Roll it. So.
Hey.
Let's sit here doing this for 5 minutes. Does he fucking dreaming?
How'd you see it?
I don't know why. What's your fucking name? The buck? Stop, motherfucker. What's your deal?
Would you just look out your window?
I was making my fucking coffee. Stop here.
Hold it by the collar. Holy crap.
Alright. I'll let you go. You're gonna go your way. I'm gonna do mine. Alright? 3, 2, 1.
He's injured.
Now, yeah. So that's just, some of the things that I do enjoy. I can tell you right now, I'm that guy on a random Wednesday. That's Smitty on a random Wednesday. So I definitely can relate to that man's life. Gone through a couple bouts myself. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get into this. I have so many questions about this clip. I have so many questions about what we're getting ready to witness and look at. Okay, now. It's so many questions in this video because, you know, it really comes down to who wears the pants in the family. Now, one thing that I do know is that regardless of who pays the bills, whenever there's a marriage, you know, I do believe that there should be a certain amount of, I guess you can say, let me go ahead and check with, right? Let me just make sure that my significant other is good with this move. So what we're getting ready to do right now is, what we're going to do is, we're going to take a look at a clip. And this clip is going to express some things, some views. And I got some questions written down for this clip as far as what move should we make? How should we go about it? And more than anything, I want to know from you guys, if you were in that situation and or have dealt with that situation, what's your story and or what would you do? All right. So we all know that our parents are very important. We all know that our spouse is very important, right? Some people will go back and forth on who's more important. In my personal view, I'm gonna be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that both are significant. Without my parents, my wife wouldn't have me, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, more than likely without my wife, I wouldn't have my family that I have, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. So what I wanna do, Soap, if you don't mind, let's go ahead and pull this clip up. And what I wanna do is, we're going to go ahead. We're going to take a second. We're going to observe. We're going to listen. Some of you may be hip to this video, but I have so many questions when this is done. And also, I have a message for the men as well. So without further ado, I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out, so.
You don't even respect me. You come in here, you yelling, you screaming, you telling me I got to take care of her. I got to do this, I got to do that. I don't respect.
But listen, this is your husband's grandma. So this, I'm asking you to have some respect.
I really don't want to hear this. Your grandmother is not staying here. Like I said, I put my foot down. The room is going to stay occupied whether they're there or not. I got a family to take care of. I got to take care of you. I got to take care of the twins. I got to take care of your grandma too. I got to feed her. I got to give her meds. I'm not doing all of that. I'm not doing all that. I'm working the job that I already have. Are you out of your mind?
Listen.
You didn't even think this through before you came up here.
But all she do is watch Family Feud.
Okay, and you want me to respect your grandmother?
Okay, so we all saw what just took place.
Yeah.
Now, question number one. Okay, let's go ahead and get on over to question number one. Question number one. This is how we're going to rock this off. This is how we're going to do this. First and foremost, how do you all see a circumstance like that taking place? It's you and it's your significant other. Now, I can tell you right now, I'll kick it off. I mean, personally, I wouldn't be having that. But then I also have to think to myself, you know, see, I listen to key words. The key word throughout that whole clip that told me everything as to why that woman's attitude is the way it is when she said, I got to take care of the twins. I got to take care of you. That's right, fellas. That right there is the tone that you usually will wound up getting. I don't care how cute and lovey-dovey things seem in the beginning. That is the attitude that you will get when you don't run your shit and when you don't pay the bills. Or if she pays majority, because I'm going to be honest with you, in most women's eyes, if they just pay $20 more than you do on the bills, in their eyes, they pay the bills and you don't pay shit. You better get that. I don't care if they just pay a little bit more than you. I don't care if they just make maybe $5,000 more a year than you. You don't make shit in their eyes. So you have to remember and keep that in mind. Unfortunately, that's going to be the case. Now, of course, there are a lot of us who can come across that, that special rose that grew from the concrete. I get it. And you come across a chick that she don't care about none of that. They are still out here. So I'm not one of them dudes that tries to push that message as if they're not. But I want to know this, okay? So M3, we're going to go to you first because we know how soap is. M3, let's go ahead. Let's rock out with this. Salute. Oh, okay, my man Watts. What's going on, Watts? All right now. Good to see you, bro. You already know. So we're gonna kick this off. All right. So first question is. Okay, nah. Let's go ahead and get to Watts then. Okay, so we're gonna go to Watts, M3, then you. So M3, respect to you. Did you see the video? You know you up to date?
Yeah, the video.
Okay, just making sure. All right, bet. So in that circumstance, first I want you to tell me, where did the brother go wrong? Did he go wrong? From what you saw, did he do anything wrong? What was wrong with that picture? All right, let's start there.
Yeah, so let me just get this out the way real quick. Okay, again, this is going to be perception, okay? Not fact. By perception, what a brother went wrong is one, okay, is the way how things are being communicated. Two, okay, again, going back to her outcry, you know, let's just say this has nothing to do with because she's making more money than this guy is or whatever, right? It's the responsibility and the burden that she feels from that. Okay, when she laying down the list, taking care of the husband, taking care of the kids or twins. Now you want me to take care of your, okay, again, she's saying your grandmother, you know, which is not directly related to her, but indirectly. And three, we're going through a system where it's like, okay, we operate things based off of American culture. Okay, now the Bible does say, you know, even the Bible itself, because I saw somebody quoting scriptures and talking about Bible-related stuff, talking about like, well, you know, you're supposed to put the woman, you know, first before the kids and your stuff. And they also said that the man leaves his mother and father and blah, blah, blah to be reunited with his wife. I get that, you know. I just hope they start quoting scriptures when it's the other way around. But I digress on that part.
All right, respect. Okay, we got my man Barn up in the building. What's up, Barney? Good to see you, my guy.
Always.
Yeah, so Watts, we're going to get to you, then we're going to come over to you, Barn. So Watts, what you got on that? So you had a couple comments down below. Go ahead, rock out.
Personally, whenever I see situations like this, I immediately think about where the man plays in it. I don't really spend a whole bunch of time. I try not to. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I try not to spend a lot of time on what the woman did wrong. If we're talking about this video, if I'm going to give my assessment, of course, like M3 said, a lot of this is off assumption. I'm going to assume that maybe throughout this process of whatever's going on with his grandmother, he might not have communicated that his intentions might at some point come to the grandmother moving into the home. Because just because you are taking care of your grandmother doesn't mean that you had a conversation with your wife to say, hey, you know, grandma down bad right now. She just had a stroke. We probably gonna have to bring her in here. Like, it makes me believe that there might not have been a conversation or an understanding of what the real plan was, whether it was going to be a home or moving her in. Like, it just sounded like she had in her mind what the idea was going to be. He had in his mind what the idea was going to be, and they didn't connect there. It seems as though they had a disconnect on what the plan should be. And unless it was a situation where something happened to the grandma where her health deteriorated drastically, I feel like that needs to be a regular conversation. I have conversations with women that I deal with about what I want to do with my parents when they get older, because they're getting older. Like, my father's in his 50s now. You know what I'm saying? All blessings, you know what I'm saying? Pray to God, hope that he gets to live a long time. But I know that at some point I'm going to have to take care of my parents too. And I have to make sure that I clearly communicate with whomever the woman is in my life, what my plan is to take care of my parents. And if she is my woman, then some of the responsibility of taking care of my parents does fall on her, because we all share the same last name. We all part of the same bloodline right now. So you got to hop in too, shawty. But that's just me.
I like that. All right. Salute to Sir Hectic in the building. Barney, you got the floor, bro. Go ahead and rock out. What you got for us so far?
Well, honestly, a lot of times when I come on these shows, I end up taking, I guess, the simp position or the other side.
Barney, look, at least I know how you go. Just get it on out, Barney. Rock out. Just do it, Barney.
I'm not simping. I just need more information. So let's just pretend this is real, right? First off, that's some hoe ass shit to record. That best you can do to win an argument is record your spouse and blast her on social media. That is some hoe ass shit. So first off, the kind of man that just automatically I'm on the woman's side because that is some hoe shit. So the kind of man she has to deal with is the kind of man who whips out a phone anytime there's an argument and puts it on social media. That's insane. And when she said take care, we don't know what that meant. Maybe that meant cleaning underwear, doing laundry, cooking and cleaning. Did I miss something? It didn't say that she's the breadwinner. She might not even work at all. He may not even have a job. She may be working, cleaning the house, cooking and cleaning, and he may be playing 2K. Because the kind of guy that's going to blast someone and put arguments on social media is the kind of guy that doesn't have a job and plays 2K and puts all this work on this woman. That woman might be the best thing that ever happened to him. I don't even like siding with women. I don't. I'm like a red pill manosphere dude. Okay? I'm like an incel red pill manosphere. I hate siding with women. Really, I do. I do. Because men are overlooked. We're taken for granted. As soon as we're no longer valuable, we're just thrown away. But this, I need more information.
Barn, how are you red pill and pro LGBT activist? How does that work?
Well, that is not even related. I mean, people look, hanging out with gay dudes is great because they don't take any of the women, and when they leave, they take another man with them. It's totally cool. Ain't nothing wrong with
I can't even argue with that shit. I swear on life. Who'd have thought this man could make sense of that? Touche, Barney. God damn.
And if you're like hanging out with a gay dude, some chicks are like, oh wow, you're so progressive, Barney. Why don't you come to us with this pink pussy hat march and tune me up? I mean, I guess I hope that helped. I hope that answered the question.
Nah, that was great, Barn. That was absolutely fabulous, sir. Sir Hectic, what do you have for it so far? That's a hard act to follow.
Hold on. Your man Barney lost me with the whole 2K slander.
Yeah, I told you he's gonna do it. Rock out. Go ahead.
You want some more from me? I got plenty. Or no, you want some?
No. Space it out. We know you got plenty for the show. Sir Hectic, what you got? What you got, Brody?
I thought IS was gonna say something.
You up next, bro?
It's on you.
All right. So what's the topic? I missed out. So what's the topic?
Okay. In a nutshell, Barney, what's going on is let's just say you and your wife are in a home. She's laying in a bed. You go ahead and you let her know that your grandma has to move in so she doesn't go to a nursing home. She argues you down tooth and nail about why grandma cannot come to the house. Sir Hectic says what to his wife? How do you respond to your wife saying grandma cannot come stay with us?
Yeah, I'm like, get the hell out of here, man. Like, she's only gonna have a certain amount of time. I know. Why do I want to deal with that? Like, are you really gonna seriously move your grandma in and go? I'm gonna spend the most precious time in my life with the woman that I've actually gone about and gone. Okay, this is the most precious time in our life. I've worked so hard for this. I'm working like 70 hours a week. And now grandma wants to get in the place. I'm like, nah. She could go wherever she wants. You can recommend some shit to me. I'll be like, okay. But at the end of the day, I'm like, you're not interfering. I do know a lot of people that do that shit though. Like, they will literally seek out their retirement home with a view of moving in their parents. And you know, I find that kind of obnoxious.
Simon, it's not her grandmother, it's your grandmother.
Yeah, I'm talking about my grandmother, exactly.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that.
Damn.
Hey, hold on. Hey, so who's that backstage?
I do not know. They just popped in.
Yeah. All right. Okay, go ahead. You got to just show your face first if you want us to pull you up. Just show your face backstage.
I think I know who that is. I think that's the blue wig wearer. I think that's what it is.
Sorry, no, yeah.
But let me shoot real quick. He could come back. I know that's you. But anyway, with that being said, there ain't really no conversation we need to have. Like, what's going on, E? And I'll get to everybody. I'll shout out everybody in a minute. Give me a second after I'll get my take. But yeah, man, ain't no really no conversation to be had. Like, if it's her parents, my parents, her grandparents, my grandparents, it ain't really a conversation. Like, if they need somewhere to stay, they can stay with us. It ain't really nothing we need to talk about. Like, that's already understood.
Just looking at the comments, it's like I ain't heartless, okay?
Too late, Simon. Too late. But too late. But nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't nothing that we need to talk about. Like, if one of the elders need a place to stay and they need to stay with us, we got the room. They're staying with us.
Nah,
ain't no argument, none of that. You know what I mean? What's good to my brother, Court Currency? What's good, baby? You know what I mean? But,
I think that was really my only pushback.
That's cool. That's really my thoughts on it. Like, you ain't really gotta.
Are you really gonna tolerate that stuff? Are you gonna tolerate it? Like,
no, I'm not. But I'm not going back and forth with. I'm not. There's no argument there. Like, I'm not gonna argue with nobody about, like, if my grandmother want to stay with us. Like, ain't no argument there. Like,
let me ask this question. It's
already known. Hold on. Let me finish. Let me land my plane. It's already known that if my grandma needed a place to stay, she's staying with us. I mean, it ain't no argument. Like, that's it. What we arguing? What am I arguing for?
It don't need to be an argument, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes people come in your house and they got real bad habits. So, like, especially like people from next generation that you're not experiencing, you've spent so much time sort of building up and acquiring your own thing. So now they come in and they're in. Especially, like, I experienced this with my sister, right? She turned around and, like, come in my house and she had all this crazy makeup. And then she started spewing it out in the sink. And I was like, bitch, like, wash that shit. Like, I was like, yo, like, I don't even deal with this sort of stuff. Like, why are you doing this in my house? And she was like, oh, I do this in my house. I was like, nah. And, you know, I get this with my brothers. They're X-generational. They've been in the army and everything. Like, this nigga be eating snake. All that sort of stuff. He come in my house, like, pop his shoes off and was, like, just lounging on my sofa. And he was sweaty. And I was like, yo, nigga, take a bath. Some shit. Like, and I was like, he turned around to me like, no, I'm tired. I'm like, how old are you and how tall are you? Like, you are 7 foot, like, and you want to crash out on my sofa? Like, I ain't no. Like, how come you ain't got somewhere else to stay? Why are you coming around my house? That was crazy to me. So when people turn around and they go, oh, this is that, this is this, and this is that, and they have expectations about things, about what they want, maybe they're not looking for the right thing. You know, so it's this thing about sort of like, especially in particular when women turn around and go, I want a woman, I want a man that's 6 foot tall that can carry me. And they get angry when they get in a relationship with this type of man. And then they start punching them in the face or some stuff. It's just like short men don't punch taller women in the face. Do you acknowledge that?
Okay. I didn't think men
don't have
punch
to-
women at all. I didn't
I
think
don't
it
gotta-
was a hype thing, Simon.
Yeah,
But
I ain't
hey,
gotta
you
do
know,
none of that,
maybe the
because-
UK rocks out different. I don't know.
Yeah, I ain't got to do none of that because I'm not short. So maybe that's maybe you're a short man. You got to deal with short man problems, and that's a whole other situation, a whole other show for another time. But I just want to give a shout out real quick to some people in the comments, man, and then we can just move on. You know
Yeah,
what
and I got my question for y'all. Go ahead.
You know what I mean? Salute to Zyrax, man. Salute to PA Texas Worldwide. You know what I mean? Well, we already got Midlife Bro Logic up here, so salute to him as well. You know what I mean? M3, Auntie Debbie, we see you. My brother Court Currency, Lady Novea, what's going on? You know what I mean? Also Big Rick Slash, but he's already in the building as well. What's good, Big Rick?
What
You know
up?
what I
What
mean?
up?
My man Truth, what's good, Truth? What up? What up? You know what I mean? That's everybody, man. Yeah, keep it rocking. Let's go. Go ahead, Smitty.
So, yeah, Big Rig, I see you in the building, Brody. If you want to give your take real quick before I get to the question, you can go ahead if you want to give your take so far.
Wait, hold on for a minute. I think you guys killed 100 watts like a couple of times because he was supposed to be next after me.
I thought Watts, hold on, Watts, didn't you go?
You never said anything.
No, I did say something. I just wanted
Yeah,
to.
I think
I
Watts
just
went.
had a small. Yeah, I did. I just had a small rebuttal against what Brody said, but I did. I gave my take already.
Okay, my bad then.
Nah, you good.
No,
You
we
good. I
good.
appreciate that. Slab, what you got?
I just kind of caught the end which y'all was talking about with the relative coming through. You know what I'm saying? To stay. Is that am I off?
Nah. Go ahead. Whatever you got. If not, I'm gonna just go ahead and get to the question. We can all answer that. I mean, because it's still on the same topic so far.
Yep.
All right, bet. All right. So what I want to know is we're gonna go around the board. We're gonna go from Watts. We're gonna skip me on around, and so we're gonna get to me, then Soap last, and we'll just go in that order. All right. What I want to know is this: does being the breadwinner make a difference in the decisions made in the household? Or should we just cancel out? Apparently, let's say he was. Does that mean that even if you are the breadwinner, you don't really have sole decision making and do a majority of decision making? So how do we look at breadwinning and the decisions in the house being made? Going to you, Watts, first, Barney, and we're gonna move around.
I think that breadwinning has no gender. I think that decision making has no gender. So if your woman is a better decision maker than you, then let her make the decisions. If you are a better decision maker than her, then make the fucking decisions. Like if we leave it into a gender thing, I think that's some whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Like me being the breadwinner, I am more confident in my ability to use critical thinking skills in tough situations, in tough spots, being stressed out, all that kind of shit. So me personally, I'm going to be the decision maker, whether I'm making the money or not. That's just how shit go with me. And I communicate that clearly with no matter who's with me. I don't care if you make $100 grand more than what I make a year. If you're dealing with me, it's going to be clearly understood that I'm the breadwinner. Whoever is the decision maker, my thing is that people need to be clear on what the expectation is. If I'm telling you that I'm gonna go out here and make all the money, I'm gonna pay all the bills, and I want you to be my woman and take care of the house, do that. Fucking do it. If that means that I got to bring an extra body into doing that, if that's what's required for you to do your part, then do it. Just do it. Because the same way that me bringing that extra body means that now I have to work harder to feed an extra mouth, that means that I have no choice but to just do it. So whatever your role is, just fucking do it. Like it's not that hard.
Yo,
what you got, Barn?
You know, when you're the bread maker, you kind of gas yourself up with that. There's something to it, but just because you're the breadwinner doesn't mean you're the good one with money. It seems like there's always someone who doesn't know how to spend money right in a relationship. Someone's always buying junk, buying stuff they don't need, living outside of their means, and that's a problem. I think the more frugal person should make the financial decisions. At least that's what I think.
Oh, that's all you got? Okay. All right, bet. Nah, good shit. Sir Hectic, what you got for us?
I think the point that Barney made about being frugal is kind of interesting because that's not really a word that most black people are enfranchised with, like in terms of just being frugal. Like grow a tree. Understand what that means to plant something.
That's John, like my
Understand.
middle name now, Simon, just so you know, but go ahead.
I'm just saying, man. I struggled in my whole life just based on the fact that no one taught me to plant a tree and be frugal. So salute to you, brother.
All right, I guess that's all he got. M3, what you got on that? Does being the breadwinner have anything to do with the decision making in the household when married?
Let me give you a scenario, okay? I'm gonna go straight to the point. So yeah, it will only apply, in black and white America. But for people that have cultural backgrounds, Latinos, Asians, Indians or whatever, Middle Eastern or whatever, doesn't really even matter who's the breadwinner or not. Because everyone has a pro code where they actually have respect for their husbands or wives. So let's say you have a woman that is good at something, right? Or she's a breadwinner. Hopefully you as a man can actually still provide some type of good decision making. Because although Wanda Watts did say that, she's the breadwinner and she knows how to, manage her money, then she should make the decisions. I don't agree with that. Because the thing is, why are you married to this person? You as a man can't really take care of some simple type of responsibilities. Maybe you have your own personal role that you could really do to make things work in your own family household. But however, I think some of the basis as a man, right? You should be able to at least work with your wife to be able to have a functional financial stability for your household and all that. Eventually, women, you can allow that woman to have to make those decisions, but they'll still resent you for that. And that's the problem that we also have to kind of look out for, especially here in America. So I'll digress on that part. Hopefully that makes sense.
All right, respect. Slab, what you got for us, homie?
All relationships are different, so there's gonna be different scenarios for everybody. I'm kind of more on the frugal thing. I'm a very frugal person. I'm really good with money, so I would think like if it came down to like some money situations or something, I would definitely be more the one to go to when it comes to that. But also at the same time, it's a partnership, man. Everything should be a conversation. I don't think it's really just, I'm gonna just go ahead and do this and whoopty whoop. I mean, of course you're gonna be the one that's leading. I mean, because you're gonna kind of have the say so and shit. But it's always good to, have the conversation, because you never know what your woman may come with. She may come with some shit and it may blow your mind and be better than what you was thinking. So, I can't really get on the manosphere, they kind of preach that, the man wooty woo, breadwinner, this, and this. There's different types of shit that happens in relationships, man. The woman can be the breadwinner, the man can be the breadwinner. I don't really think that should affect the decision making, I think, whoever can make the best decisions in whatever type of situation that you guys are coming through, that's the best way to deal with it. Not just, hey, I'm the boss head honcho, and what I say go. Kind of sounds like a little bit of disastrous to me, but that's where I'm at with it.
You guys are hilarious. And I'm gonna tell you why. So I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah. Ladies love to hear that shit. Oh yeah, that's right. Have that head space. But just take note. Let my ass be the breadwinner. Nigga, I'm using that thing full throttle. Let's stop the games now. Do you really think honestly, truly, most women is going to have that same energy. It's okay. He makes less. It doesn't
Certain
matter.
hutches,
Nah,
though.
girl,
Certain
he
hutches.
can pick out, where we getting ready to move, although I'm putting down majority of that. Do you really truly think that's the energy women gonna have with us? Mature. Again, there are some roses that grew from the concrete. But do you really think that's what we got going on out here while y'all talking that shit? Just being real with you. So one more time, right?
You
So
gotta vet
the
'em
way I
and
look
spot 'em
at
and
it
got
like
'em.
this. Huh?
I said, if you know how to vet them and spot them and got them, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna run across them.
Facts. That's where knowing yourself comes in. Thank you for that, right? But my point is that on some real shit, unfortunately, we don't get that grace. And I think every man up here has had an incident, has had a situation in their life where they've experienced that. We're not afforded that same grace. We are not given the same courtesy. They do not let us slide on that tab.
What are you talking
Why
about
is that?
exactly?
Because
So
majority of the time, it is known that we are supposed to be the breadwinners, correct? All
no.
right. Now, why are we supposed to be the breadwinners? Because it is known that we are
you-
supposed to be the leaders. Hold on, for a heck. I got you, buddy. Hold on. It's known we're supposed to be the leaders. So if this
So
is the case, Simon, mute your mic before I do it for you. So if that's the case, and we're supposed to be the leaders, do you really, honestly, fellas, do you think most women want to hear us say, well, nah, it's okay, you can, go ahead and split the leadership role with me now? Having your wife is good counsel, great assistance for you. Having your wife, not even so much a help me, y'all just help each other. You all help the situation. Period. Wherever it is, y'all circumstances y'all living in, if she can assist with that, beautiful. That's a plus, right? My whole thing is that where do you all see that really going? And do you think a woman is really going to want to be with a man that has such a docile mindset? Honestly,
yes, women love.
go ahead, Simon. Floor is yours.
Women love a docile man. They love it because at the end of the day, they feel like they're not going to be over controlled. They're not going to be in a situation that they come across like threatened. Like that's why women do that. But most of the time, the men that they get involved with have some sort of innate thing that's going on, and then they'll turn on them. So they're kind of struggling to find a balance between, like, what kind of guy can I get with? Like, I don't want a guy that's too controlling, but at the same time, I want to be able to control him and tell him certain things. I've had multiple conversations with women over the internet and in my real life and in my marriage that will tell me they want that sort of balance. And it's a very hard thing to strike. I struggle with it myself. I'll say the same thing. I don't want a woman in my life that is either too extreme or too in control, because it becomes scary when they're too in control. So I'll leave it at that, and salute to you, brother.
Okay, respect. Thank you, Sir Hectic. Cyrax, I saw in here when I asked that question, you said being the breadwinner does not matter. I would love to hear your perspective if you have a second. We have Top Flight, no one like Tika in the building. What do you have on this so far? The floor is yours. I digress. My mic is muted.
Oh, yeah, just call me Tika. That does suffice. But hi, fellas. Good to see everybody. So I just want to say, first off, guys, vet better. You gotta vet better, because no matter what, we're supposed to be taking care of our community and our families. Grandmas live, they come and they go. Parents come and go. So like we have to like take care of people. Can't put grandma in a nursing home. You know how terrible those joints is? They're disgusting. As soon as they get in there, they kind of die. You know, I used to work there. So I just think that, you know, guys have to like vet better. This is definitely like one of those questions that we should be asking around, like, you know, do we value family? You know, how important is family to you? You know, you down to take care of family? Things happen, like you gonna stick around? I mean, these are all important questions. So I just think that, you know, you guys gotta vet better. I'm taking care of grandma, you know. I'm taking care of mom, dad, all that.
Mm-hmm. I respect that.
Yeah.
But I think the problem is that it's not even about, in this situation, it's not even about like properly vetting someone, but it's about like, are you raised up with family values? And I think because, you know, I mean, this is like an American issue. You know what I mean? And the reason why I'm saying this is more of like an American issue is because, like, in most, like, you know, American families, we was always taught like, hey, you know, to get things on our own, you know, to leave the nest, like once we reach up to a certain age, to not depend on a lot of people, to not bring certain relatives into your household, especially if they're up to no good, you know? And so because of that, it's like, think about like Jeezy and Jenny Mai. Think about like how this was like a culture battle where, I'm going to say allegedly, where she moved in her mom and, you know, her brother and most of her family into Jeezy's household. But then yet, you know, Jeezy wants his own personal space between him and his immediate family. And most of us have that type of mentality where we are comfortable with having our immediate family around. Now, I'm not gonna sugarcoat and cap and be like, you know, if you know, it was my grandma or, you know, or grandparent, whoever, that, you know, auntie, cousin, that I'm gonna let that person stay in the household like that. You know, it all depends, like, you know, my relationship with them, and also my relationship with them with my wife. The whole goal is you never want to have chaos in your home, but then at the same time, you know, you want to make sure they're well taken care of. Now, if it was like my dad or whoever else, you know, it wouldn't really be no question. But I'm using that as an example because, you know, as a black man, that's how most like black families, they operate. You know, it's not about like, you know, how like, you know, other cultures will be forced or they feel obligated, or maybe they feel more liberated, taking care of like their families and all that. If you haven't been growing up around the family values and taught that, look, how important family is to you, a lot of these black families are not going to really do that. And I think that's the issue.
All right, I like that. We got Brother Allen in the building. Salute. What I want you to do, so do this real quick, you know, just for the people that is kind of coming in from chat, the panel, things of that nature. Play the video one more time. Let's go ahead and play that back, sir, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir. Real quick.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So we're going to take a look at the video one more time for those who probably just coming in. It was a quick little short. So, you know, everybody, we all can be all the way up to speed on exactly what it is we're talking about. I digress. My mic is muted. If anybody got something to say before we pull it up, rock out.
Yeah, I got it. Let me give a shout out to Real Talk with Mimsy Limbs. Let me give a shout out also to the homie Kings and Dreams. What's going on, baby?
Hello, everybody.
Shout out to my homie Braxton the Snake Fiend. What's going on, man? All right, hold on, y'all. Let me pull this video up. Give me 1 second.
But you don't even respect me. You come in here, you yelling, you screaming. screaming. You telling me I gotta take care of her? I gotta do this, I gotta do that. I don't want that.
But listen, this is your husband's grandma. So listen, I'm asking you to have some respect.
I really don't want to hear this. Listen. Grandmother, your grandmother is not staying here. Like I said, I put my foot down. That room is gonna stay occupied whether they're or not. I got a family to take care of. I gotta take care of you. I gotta take care of the twins. I gotta take care of your grandma too. I gotta feed her. I gotta give her meds. I'm not doing all of that. I'm not doing all and on top I'm working the job that I already have. Are you out of your mind?
Listen.
You didn't even think this through before you came up here.
But all she do is watch Family Feud. Okay, and
you want me to respect?
I gotta say something real quick. Why the hell he even posting it on social media anyway?
Listen.
That's what I said.
The retarded shit is a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. So we all saw that once again. So now, again, the question that I proposed, Brother Allen, you got the floor on this one. Does being the breadwinner have anything to do with the decision-making aspect of the household with the married couple? You got the floor, sir.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. You good? You good?
First off, how everybody doing? Shout out to Brother Smitty. Mad love to you. Yes. The thing of it is, man, is that men in society in the 21st century, man, like, you know what I'm saying, we've all been put down to a certain degree for the past God knows how many years now. And it's been a problem because, you know what I'm saying, we do the most work in society. We do the most dirty jobs. If y'all remember that show, you know what I'm saying, the dirty jobs, things like that. We do the most grimy work. We do what needs to keep society running. You know what I'm saying? And the respect level for these things are at an all-time low that it's ever been in history. But now that, you know, the thing of it is, with that particular video that was just shown, you know what I'm saying, if the roles were reversed and it was her people that needed to be brought into the home, it would be a whole different situation. It would be a whole, you know what I'm saying, she would light that thing up and let you know that my people gonna be here. What you talking about? You know, and I mean, just being honest. I'm just, you know, and we all know this. We all know this. So as a man, if you're working on yourself and you got what you need to have and you have your own place and listen, if this was his house and he decided to have his family come stay there, just like I'm pretty sure, low key, and this is what not being talked about as well, low key, if it was the other way around, he probably would allow her family to come stay there too. Because this
probably so, the way he was talking, probably so.
This how we are as men. We do what need to be done for the collective, not the selfish. And you know, it's just impossible to see things that way. Because as men, we're pounded, we're grounded, and we're beat. It's beat into us that we need to be the best that we could be for everybody, not just for ourselves. And that's grounded into us from the day that we're born until the day that we pass away. So, you know, it's no. She was totally selfish. It is what it is. She had no femininity, because if she was a true feminine woman, she would be glad, more than glad, to take in his part of the family as well. Because if she proclaimed, quote unquote, to love him, she loved his family as well, and he would love her family. And it's supposed to be family, which, you know what I'm saying, the young take care of the elders. That's how it used to be. But now we talk about nowadays in society that everybody want to be all this selfish stuff. Okay then, fine then, fuck it, be selfish. Cool. All right then, Find out how that's gonna end up. Because everybody gonna need somebody, or else you gonna end up in a nursing home with, at the end of the day, them people in the nursing home gonna treat you different. I digress.
All right, respect. Now, I will say this, right, real quick, and then, we can open the floor before I get on to the next question. Got about 2-3 more. So, I don't think, what's missing, Brother Allen and everybody else up here, you know what's truly missing with a lot of people, I would say, in that aspect, is a lot of people have lost the mentality of, what if that was me? That's gone. There is no more with people. What if nobody looks at, what? I mean, shoot, I was once, hold on real quick. I was once in my 20s. I'm now in my 40s. What does that mean? Slowly, quick as shit, but surely, right? We getting up there.
Right.
And one day I'm going to need somebody to assist me when it comes to medication, doctor visits, the whole nine, making sure my diet right. I'm a chef, been there for like 28, 29 years now, since I was 14. Since I was 14, I've been in the kitchen making raw dough. One day I'm gonna need somebody to cook for me.
Right.
You understand? So I think a lot of us, we do be like really missing that. Like we forget that shit. What if that was you? And it's real easy to be comfortable. And I think we've really lost the old school cliche, but very important saying, put yourself in someone else's shoes, right? Although I wouldn't want to because I don't like athlete's foot. But listen, that's beside the point. Let's stay focused. What I'm saying specifically is, if we do have more of that headspace, I think that would really help things out a lot more. But if people continuously have a like just me in my bubble, I, you're on your iPhone, in IHOP, on your iPad and shit, everything's about you. So that type of headspace can definitely have its effect on things. The floor is open. Anybody got anything they want to say or whatever? Before I go ahead with the next question.
Hey, just real quick.
Go ahead.
And I'm gonna digress because I want to hear everybody else's aspect on it too. But this is my experience. My grandfather and my father, they both passed on. But my grandfather was a World War II veteran, and he left me in the responsibility of my grandmother. And I take very big honor in that, because he was a World War II veteran.
Mm-hmm.
He fought for, because I mean, at the end of the day, if we hadn't won the war, we would always speak in German or Japanese or whatever you want to talk about right now. We would, regardless of whether or not nobody want to accept that fact or not. It is what it is, yeah. And as a man, to be in today's society and to know the history, where I come from, and what I was taught, and to see the things the way it is nowadays, I find it very egregious. I find it very unsatisfactory that we all are unappreciative of the freedoms that we've been given and that people have fought for. But it's just not gonna end up right if we keep down this path. It's not.
I don't mean to be rude. I'm just saying, like, can you explain why we should be? Because this is a new gen thing, right? You're saying like your grandparents went through all this stuff, and we should appreciate your grandparents when we didn't ask them to do any of that stuff. So it's like, can you explain why we should be appreciative?
Because at the end of the day, though, did you want to be, if you know history, and I see you know what I'm saying, Simon, right? You got the British flag on, right? At the end of the day,
are you gonna answer the question, or are you gonna talk around it? Talk and speak the answers. Like you,
okay.
Like
well, if that was the case, then you will be speaking German or Japanese if
What makes you think that?
the British and America have not came together and won the war. You know
Do you want me
this.
to tell you something? Do you want me to tell you something?
As long as it's
How come-
respectful.
Truth or not?
Yeah, I mean, not being rude. I'm just saying,
no,
like,
no, no,
there's
no.
that's
Truth
an
or not.
ideology. That's an ideology. We keep
How is
saying
it ideology when the war actually happened? Truth or not, if British and America did not come together and try to defeat the little mustache man, we would not be in the situation that we are.
Yeah, but specifically, what you said was we'll be speaking German, right? Which is like a common phrase. So, why wouldn't we be speaking French?
French, German, whatever. Either way it go, we would not have the same freedoms that we have nowadays. And you know that.
Like
You know
in the
that.
plantations, like in slavery,
you know that
like
because
in
you
the
knew
like
what
in
the
the way you're
mustache man
speaking
was
English
on.
right now, like you're enslaved already. Okay, let's not get away
We
from the
all
fact.
are.
Like
To a degree.
exactly. So what? So
How-
what are you
that's how
talking
life
about?
works.
Like, why
Society-
you then? Why do we keep
society
having
is
this
without
conversation where
voice.
we go?
Hey, but no, we had our time out there. Good.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know.
Cool.
We good?
The thing is, it's not an argument. We're having a good discussion, to be fair, and I think a lot of people
Right.
are going to learn from this. At the end of the day, it's like, you know, I speak English. I'm black. Okay. How did that happen? Now you're going, oh, if the Germans like won the war and this Nazi with the mustache had his way, then we'll be speaking his language. Yes, we would. That happened historically, and that's where we're at right now. So, you know, a tyrant can come around tomorrow, and then we're going to be speaking their language, and you have no power to actually do anything about that.
All right. So Smitty, you had like another video was trying to
Yes. Nah, I got a question for us. All right. So
Okay.
what I want to know is this. What I want to know is when it comes to, like, I guess you can say a marriage and it working, but I'm talking about the initiation of the relationship before you even get to that point. And we're going to go around the board, starting with my boy Barney. How important is communication and home training? Now, one thing that I hear a lot from people is, they didn't know this or know that. And a lot of people say vet better. And what I peep is that I believe that we be making this whole vet thing. You know what? Me personally, I think I'm going to declare it on this day at 10:28 Eastern Time PM. I'm going to declare it. I'm not going to say vet. From now on, I'm just going to say ask the right damn questions. Thank you, Barney. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Donuts and cookies in the back. Listen, I am to the point where now I'm basically just like ask the right questions. But not only ask the question, don't ask the question and then just go on off and then have them think you just asked it and forgot. No. Really pay attention to the questions you asked. If you ask them, do you such and such, or are you clean? Whatever it may be, anything in the world, ask the question, then peep and pay attention. And I believe that, through what people call vetting, I believe, honestly, folks just really do not ask the right questions. People don't want to have that tough talk in the very beginning to make sure that things like that, at least will look. A poncho will not keep you 100% dry from the rain, but it damn sure minimizes the dampness, right? I think we all can agree. It damn sure minimizes it. Okay. So
inspiring, man.
that's how I'm looking at this, right? Oh yeah, no. I'm gonna stay with them
I'm trying to hold
analogies
it in.
for
I'm
you.
like, Jesus Christ.
But anyway, so starting with you, Barn, how important is communication How important is communication and home training when it comes to the initiation of a relationship?
I don't even know what home training is really. I guess that's how you're raised or something. You know, none of that stuff matters because when you meet someone and you start banging and they're hot, it's hot and heavy. It feels good, and you just want to hold on to that forever. And all that shit flies out the window. And don't act like it doesn't, because it does. Maybe when you get older and the hormones slow down, when you get to be my age, 47, maybe you can think a little faster because you're not out here 17. You know, just hitting it like a rabbit constantly. You can think about it, but it really doesn't matter, man. It's just when you meet someone in the beginning, you just want to hold on to that. It's like it's really like getting high for the first time or something. You never want to come down. You just want to stay high the whole time, and you just hope for the best. Asking me for relationship advice is the worst thing ever. What's up?
You want the pink cloud the whole time. You want pink cloud mode whole time through the relationship.
Of course, that's what I want.
5 years later, you want pink cloud mode, butterflies in the stomach when the phone ring, all of that.
Why not? That's what I want. Yeah, but it doesn't mean
all right.
That's what I get.
All right. No, I'm asking. I just want to make sure. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
That's it. I'm done. I digress.
All right. Watts, it's on you. How important is communication and home training when initiating?
There is not a single aspect of your life that doesn't operate on communication. It's not a single aspect of your life. If it's your job, your relationship, your friendships, there is not a single aspect of your life that doesn't operate on communication. Period. So that pink cloud that y'all talking about, it's gonna last for a while, but at some point that cloud gonna dissipate and things are gonna change. If y'all not communicating what's happening during that change, because hey, shorty, like he said, you give me the box, like we on cloud 9, the butterflies and all of that. At some point, I'm gonna get tired of hearing your voice because you won't shut the fuck up and stop talking while I'm trying to watch the game. At some point, that's gonna happen. So at some point, I'm gonna have to tell you that when the game come on, leave me the fuck alone. At some point, I'm gonna have to tell you that. Communication applies to all aspects of life.
All right, Alan, what you got for us, Brody?
Yo,
bars.
At the end of the day, though, to be a man, and you know what I'm saying, to know what type of men I grew up around. Like I told you, you know what I'm saying. My grandfather was one of my grandfathers, which I grew up with all three of my fathers and all three of my mothers. And this is something that I know doesn't happen in today's society like that. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by all three, which is the Trinity, is you're supposed to have, or at least know, both sides of grandparents on mother and father side and your mother and father. So, you know, but, you know, my grandfather told me, man, like, you know what I'm saying, at one point, you know, low key, he didn't come home from the war and doing all this to be subjugated by no woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, and women in that day did not even try to trap their men in that type of situation. They didn't want men like that. How these women want men now. Well, tell me your feelings, and you know, women back then. Like I still talk to my grandmother nowadays, and she about to be 101 years old. We about to celebrate her birthday soon, and she still wants masculine men around her. She don't want no man telling her his feelings and all that. She don't want that. And I'm sitting around here like these new age chicks with all this, you know, talking about telling you tell me the feelings and all that. And like I got a 100-year-old woman around here that's telling me that ain't how that works. And you know, man, stop it.
Oh, this nigga made my day, man. The way he just spoke.
I'm just being honest.
That was amazing, man. That was amazing.
It's just crazy to me. And that's the reason why I move how I move, and I'm single to this day because I started seeing what was going on years ago, even before I fell into YouTube with the red pill space, all that types. I'm talking about. I saw. Listen, look, I had my daughter in 2003, and I'm she about to be 21 now and stuff like that. I'm almost all child support. Shout out to me.
Shout out to you, man. It takes a lot to build a whole human being.
But
that is amazing.
But just just to keep it for real though, like it's just
wow.
A lot of women don't understand, man. They're lost nowadays, and this is the reason why that a lot of men can't trust women no more. We can't trust these chicks, man. And I talk to a lot of younger cats, and they come to me, and I'm counseling a young cat right now. He dealing with a chick, and he getting himself in all types of crazy scenarios and stuff. And I'm like, man, dude, you need to sit down. You need to go monk mode. You need to chill out. You know what I'm saying? You already got one baby mama that's putting you through the ringer, low key. And you know what I'm saying? Now you just sit around here, you still trying to, have sex with her. I'm not saying that men, don't need to have sex, because it is what it is. It's a part of our nature. But it's just, you need to protect yourself. If she doesn't want to have sex the way that you want to have sex, if you coming to the table with protection and she looking at you like, well, why you want to use this and why you want to use condoms and why you want to, you need to dismiss her. Man, it's a lot.
Man, what is your link, man? What's your YouTube platform? I need to listen to you a bit more.
Hold on, I'm trying to Smitty.
Nah, you good. Slab, it's on you. We going around the board. Simon, you next. Rock out.
Yeah.
How much communication and home training is needed to initiate the relationship? Rock out.
Well, I think communication is key, man. That's like number one. I don't even think I really need to speak too much on that too much. I mean, in a relationship, shit, if you ain't got no communication, bro, I don't know what the fuck going on. But when you guys was talking, you guys kind of got me a little confused when y'all was talking about the vetting shit. See, with the YouTube thing, man, this vetting thing, and they got these words, bro. But y'all said y'all gonna stray away from using the word vet, but when y'all was talking about what y'all was gonna do, shit, I thought that was the fucking definition of vetting. Asking questions and shit. So I mean, because if I'm gonna use the fucking word, that's why I'm saying it, so I ain't gotta say all that other shit. I thought that was just one word to break down shit, just like that new word running around, kerfuffle. You know what I'm saying right now? That's the new YouTube word.
Kerfuffle.
The fuck
yeah,
it is.
kerfuffle.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also that's basically it, man. You know what I'm saying? Communication for sure is key, man. Communication is key with your family, your kids, with everything. You know what I'm saying? Communication is fucking key. When you start to lose communication, that's when shit starts to go a little bit different, man. It starts to go left. You want everything to kind of continue right if possible. So, you want to keep that communication is key.
Sir Hectic, it's on you, sir.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I really can't bring much more to the plate than the gentleman that's been on the platform and actually been speaking. In particular, like, everyone that's come before me, everyone's had a real good position, and I'm really proud of that. It gives me some hope. Do you get what I mean? Like, most of the time I wake up in the morning and I'm like, are niggas or am I just a nigga? Am I gonna sort of put myself in a place where I can't really relate to everybody that's in my community, because everyone wants to speak about community? At the same time, we have a demonstration. The demonstration was right before you. Go into the time span, look 2 minutes before, and listen to the people that were actually talking. They were actually talking some real sense. It don't need to come from me. You know, and shout out to Smitty, man. Smitty, I guess, you know, I'm kind of odd, so I do some generational shit. Like in terms of like, we got Doctor Who over here. I'm kind of like a what would you say? I'm a sucker for sort of like comics, animation, and things that might not be or possible.
Stay on topic, Simon.
All right, I'm sorry. In short,
I thought he was
find the
gonna say
lady.
YouTube chicks.
That as well. I love YouTube chicks. I love them because why they here if they're not here, right? But you got to figure them out. I mean, I've been through a couple of them. I've given them money and all sorts, but I'm just saying, like, there's some of them that are not like that. But just I would say be good to yourself and stay on top of it. Right, Smitty?
All right, that's
Bro
it.
said stay on topic. Huh?
All right, my turn. I'll take this time out. All right, so look. Okay, I keep seeing all this vet stuff in the comments. Look, let me just pick it back what Riggs said. Riggs is definitely right on that vetting bullshit or whatever. To me, it's like overrated. But vetting is a part of like, you know, the conversations is a part of vetting. You know what I mean? But even if you think that you probably vet and you found the right person, dude, you never know when that person might start to switch up on you. I bet you when Will found Jada, he thought she was a good woman. He probably thought he
Wait.
her.
M3,
Hold
no.
on.
Yeah, wow, come on.
What's the mute button? Hold on, Simon. You know, so again, and years later, along with social media, you know, I'm for sure like, you know, that all that vetting shit didn't really do nothing to his marriage. The point being is that, look, you know, if you want to get shit done, you have to not only communicate, but you also have to set those boundaries. And I don't think in that particular video, dude didn't really set no boundaries between him and his girl. And it sounded like they just had really poor communication, point blank, period. Or he probably didn't really communicate with her effectively, but probably passively. This is where like the lack of respect that we get from our women. Because especially in this society in America now these days, like I feel like men are just so afraid to say no or to like set their precedent. I feel like if we have a personal opinion, we're always gonna get flagged down from it. And a lot of people, right, don't really just let their nuts hang and just tell them like, look, man, you know, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm gonna do. And then if that doesn't work for you, now what are you gonna do?
Now,
We didn't have those in-depth conversations like that.
now,
Hey, hold on, real quick. M3.
three.
Let me ask you this honest to God question, brother.
Hold on, everybody. I'm next after M3.
All right. Let me ask this honest to God question, y'all.
I got this. Smitty.
Now, hold on. I got you.
I know.
A woman, and we're gonna get the soap then. Whatever you gotta say, Alan, you right after that. I got you, Brody. A woman who is of a certain caliber, of a certain level, certain. Let's say like that 8 and up. Look, I'm just asking.
Okay.
You know, I get it. You know, we talk, we speak a certain way.
Absolutely.
Online, I'm definitely online a man of dominance and off. So I get it, right? Like I totally get it. But one thing that I do know is that when it comes to at least like your woman, I would say a much, much better approach is to like kind of turn some of that shit off for her. Fall back on the whole being so extra shit. You see what I'm saying? Now you still make your presence known. You still definitely like you put your foot down. You make sure that you do always exude that leadership and protective aspect of you, right? You always make sure of that. But do you really think a woman of a certain caliber, a certain level, is going to go for just it's my way or the highway? Honestly, fellas. All right. M3 response, Soap, then Allen.
But see, people are missing the point. See, you don't have to even approach in that type of manner. I'm just saying it's through your actions. Okay? You can even say it as calmly as possible, and you could still talk to your spouse or your main woman and ask her how she feel. But somewhere down the line, there has to be a boundary where it's like, okay, once you set that communication, it is set in stone. So if I break the communication, if I cross the boundary, then that's all on me. Then I have to suck it up and take the responsibility for me breaking that communication barrier. But if I'm already let it be set in stone and we already had that conversation and it's set, and let's say she's breaking that type of boundary, then we got a problem. And then that's all on her. The point I'm just saying is that a lot of times, the reason why you see videos like this is because men initially, not saying all, but men like that initially get scared to have these type of communications with their wife. And what they do, they passively and slowly allow certain things to kind of slide and let it build up. You know, it looked to me in that video, it was a conversation where she was blindsided. I'm just going to be honest with you, you know, and to me, like, you know, you could kind of tell dude just kind of came at her with some like feminine type of passive, like, oh, hey, dear, like, you know, can I just, you know, I know you take care of the kids, you're doing all these things, but I'm going to need your help to take care of. No, man, it's just that dude looked like, I'm going to put it like this, dude was a bitch, okay? And as you can see, when he was posting it on social media and uploading it, that already told me about his character. So I'm going to fall back.
All right. So get in there real quick after you, Soap. Yeah, let's go ahead and get to the sister, man. Let her get her piece in after you, Soap. Tika, you up next, then we're going to get to you, Alan.
No, Tika can go now. Tika go now. I'll go after Tika.
All right,
yeah. I'm gonna give a quick
go
shout
ahead,
out
sis. What you got for us? What you got?
I'm gonna give a quick shout out to We On Lock real quick. Foxy Moon and also Don Harden. We see you in the building. Know what I mean? Go ahead, Tika. My bad.
Firstly, I just want to say that, you know, with this approach that you guys are having, it's gonna be a lot of lonely guys out here in 2024 and beyond. It's just y'all gonna be lonely, dry. You know, no cuddling, no action, nothing. You know, I don't know what is happening, but you know the term "talk to me nice." We're not letting our balls hang. Like, I mean, what's happening? Like, we're not being disrespected. You can ask us. Like, you know, kind of it was agreeing with you guys, and then this, you know, we talked about this, and it's like, whoa, what is happening? Like, we're not telling them, and that's what's gonna happen. Like, so back to Cindy's question, like, communication is very effective. Like, and when you communicate, if it's not respectful, it's not effective. All right, you're not gonna come in a house and be like, oh, and by the way, you gonna take care of my fucking grandmother? No. You're gonna bring that down some. All right. You know, hi, how are you doing first? You know, grandma's good. She's eating some oatmeal or something. But you're not going to come in here disrespecting me. It's not effective. Like, so we're not doing that. That's why I said there's going to be a lot of lonely guys out here if we think that's going to work. It's not. And then, like, as far as, like, upbringing, it's important to an extent. I'm not going to say that based on like how you were raised, like you can't, become better if you were raised not so good, right? Or if you didn't have morals or values, you could have actually done so bad that you want to do good now. So sometimes that matters, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, I just really wanted to say, like, it's gonna be a lot of lonely brothers out here. I don't know what y'all gonna do. I ain't gonna get no cuddling, no cutty, no nothing. I don't know why the guy Alan's making that face, but yo, shout out to you, Alan, for your grandmother. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Happy birthday to her. But that's it. I don't really have nothing to say. I think that this conversation is just like the booty washing conversation. Like we shouldn't really have to have it because we're grown. But yeah, that's all I have.
Well, all right.
Needs to be had.
You said it, Charles. You said it. So, Alan, what you got? You wanted to say something, Brody. Let's go ahead and then Slab, we're gonna get to you.
Hold on, sweetie. Hold on. I'm supposed to go after. What was the question at hand, Smitty, that you originally asked?
Basically, how important is communication and home training when it comes to initiating a relationship? How important are those two key aspects?
They're very important. You got to know how you want to live, and you got to know how to live. And I think, of course, your upbringing is going to take a precedence. You know what I mean? When you're living with someone, so you're living with someone, how you were brought up, things that you learn, things that you like to do, right, is going to partake in what you bring into a household with a woman. So if you're used to doing certain things in a household, or you was raised to do certain things, or you were taught to do certain things, of course you're gonna bring it into the household with your woman or your set partner, right? So that's key. But then also, when it comes to communication, or I would say vetting, that's also important too, because now you kind of, you gotta actually understand, like, who's this person, who are they, you know what I'm saying? And you actually kind of got to know if your lifestyles match. If I'm into, health and fitness, and I'm into, reading, and I'm into traveling, and you're not into none of those things, and it's going to be a conflict, where we button heads because I want to go work out, and then you want to, you want to go eat fast food, then it's like, we're going to have an issue, you know what I'm saying? Like, because now we bumping heads because our lifestyles don't match. So your lifestyle matching is definitely key. We unlock. I see you too, man. Shout out to you as well. You know what I mean? So if our lifestyles don't match, then we're going to have conflict. You know what I mean? And that's just really the key of it. You know what I mean? So, and you got to just respect each other, man. Adults respect adults, you know what I mean? And I understand that, we live in a society where the women, you know what I'm saying, just along with the men, you know what I mean? We both have a say in the relationship. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not going to have nobody tell me what to do. And I'm not trying to tell nobody else what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we grown people. You know what I mean? That's where we communicate at. Okay, you want to do this? Well, I want to do that. Well, how can we find a middle ground? You know what I'm saying? There's been times where I wanted to go eat something, you know what I mean? And then my lady want to eat something different. And then we go to my spot, and then we go to her spot. And then we go to where we got to go after that. Like, it ain't really a big deal. Like, people make things a big deal because of pride and ego, and because they're insecure. That's just really what it is. That's it.
All right.
It's Alan. It's Alan's turn.
Slab, what you got? It's on you.
Just to kind of be like really kind of quick and brief with it. It's these conversations, they cool, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people have them. And we get a lot of different perspectives and shit on it. But I really think the more bigger issue than all of that type of shit with the vetting and all that is, let's say we do all that, okay, we like I can't really see your name, man, but the guy that's right next to you, Smitty. Like he says, with the whole,
Barney.
What is it?
That's Barney.
Barney.
Like, I love you, you love me.
Yeah, Barney. I know you're talking about.
But yeah, pause. Anyway.
And you just fucked me up with that pause shit. But god damn it. But yeah, like I was like he said, you know, to get the butterflies and all that type of shit. And hell yeah, I would want that, you know what I'm saying, year after year. And the thing that I think that we should really kind of speak on is everything can be cool, man. Everything can be great, but nothing is promised, man. Like, you can have a marriage that's 15, 20 years strong, and one of y'all can just be like, you know what, I ain't in it no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing is forever. You know what I'm saying? And I think like that's more the bigger picture. That's the more real narrative. Like, we can put all this shit out there, and then people think, oh man, I did everything right, and shit still didn't go right. And that's because it ain't promised, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, Slab, is that
What's that new age shit?
is that the majority truly of what is taking place right now as we speak out there in the world of marriage land as a majority, or is that in which you speak of basically what is highlighted the most and what gets the most recognition, you know, because it's juicy and messy and, you know, niggas love some good gossip. So which would you say when it comes to what you describe?
I don't get it from no type of graph, no type of none of that. I just get it from just real life. People I know, family members, shit I done been through. You know, you can do all kind of things, man. Things start off really well, and you know, just sometimes people may not be in it. Sometimes somebody can come along and sweep them off their feet or so. I mean, there's so many different scenarios. I don't want to go down a rabbit hole. I just think those are like more of a stronger conversation than on trying to get somebody, because to be honest, man, we can lightweight get somebody, you know what I'm saying, like in all kind of ways. If you paying, if you know, you can get somebody, but if you want real, you know, real deal, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to say love, but you know, real deal companionship and all that type of stuff, man, it's work every day, man. A relationship is work every fucking day. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Okay. Nah, respect to that. Does anybody else have anything on that before I ask this next question here? Okay, let's go ahead and rock out. All right, Barney, we're gonna start with you. So curious on this part. Can an in-law, like, let's say it's not grandma, can an in-law come move in? Brother or sister, you know, needs to get themselves together, going through a hard time, messy divorce. They're gonna come stay with us for a bit. Can an in-law come move in?
You mean I mean,
it has nothing to do with health.
There's sorry to let you down, Smitty. There's no steadfast rules on all of this stuff. And like I said before, I'll just reiterate on that video. You don't know what that woman's doing. I don't like simping for women. I do not. But that dude could be worthless. Like I said before, I'll say it again.
You're doing beautiful tonight, sir. Keep up the good work.
He's blasting all this stuff out. She could be bending over backwards doing all the work. What's the in-law going to do? Is he a drunk? Why does he need a place to stay? Did he just murder 10 people? Is he on the run? Does he have drugs? Is he hiding guns? Is she a prostitute? Is she going to be tricking it off and bringing Johns to the house? The answer is no. There's no. Sorry to let you down. It's not a black or white question, Smitty. It's gray. You know, and what's the relationship like? What is the relationship like? If my wife, lol, is, you know, on good standing with Barnabas, then I would be willing to do more things for her and for her side of the family. If my significant other is in the doghouse, figuratively, so to speak, then I would be less apt to bring in her no good brother, her trifling ass sister, or any kind of the sort, or maybe her nephews and nieces. I mean, I don't want any of that stuff in the house, but you know, I might pull like a Bernie Mac. I might pull a Bernie Mac and bring in like a nephew and a niece.
Do you run your house, Barney?
I live by myself, so I mean, hello, what's up?
So what I'm saying is, like, so you don't mind being married to a woman that basically is like, you know, she like, yeah, you know, My brother and her daughter, so her the uncle and niece is about to move in. You don't mind?
If I love her, if she's a good woman, I wouldn't like it, but I'd be willing to do things for a woman.
Do you think that would have an effect on you all's overall routine and function around the house?
Hell yeah, having people move in, that's no good. But like I said, if I love her, if she's a good woman, you know, if a woman gets you on the hook and showers you with love, affection, and praise, I'll damn near turn the world backwards for her. You know what I'm saying? And so would you. But if she's going to be up here embarrassing me in public, causing me trouble, spending all the money on frivolous ass shit, then the answer is no. That's what's up.
Okay, cool beans. Thank you, Barney. Brother Allen, what you got? Okay, I see we got Cyrex in the building. Salute to you. Okay, now. Rock out, Allen.
No. Real talk, I suggest any man in the 21st century, you know what I'm saying? Listen, look, man, we all need our own places. Any man, we need our own places to make our own rules. And that's something that's not been happening en masse for men for a long time now. You know what I'm saying? I hate to hear a brother that's, you know what I'm saying, being under a roof of a woman. Like, you know, her name is on everything, and you know what I'm saying, his name is on nothing. He has no control in those situations. You know, in today's society, where we have this overwhelming feminist movement that has adjusted men to a very low level, to where, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, we are basically bottom of the barrel. But the thing of it is, you know what I'm saying, what the brother said, like, it's no way that you could be a man without having your own. And I suggest every man do so. And everybody wants to sit around here like it's control, this and that. But yes, it is though. It is though. You as a man need to have control of your life before you allow other people in it. And it makes the best thing for your life. Because we as men, we all know. Let's just keep this real. We as men, we all know. We mean the best by society. If that wasn't the case, society would not be built the way it is. Think about it. Men, we build the structures, we do things, we do everything that needs to be done to provide for the women and children on this planet. We do everything that needs to be done to provide for the women and children on this planet. If we were selfish as men, if we were truly selfish and greedy, overwhelmingly as men, the women and children will be obsolete. If we were truly selfish beings as men, because we can do so. We can be that way. But low key, we don't want to do that innately, because we want our children. We want the women to, you know what I'm saying? We want women in our lives. We want families. We want stability. You know, that's just a man's nature. Society wouldn't exist the way that it is nowadays if men en masse did not want stability. Think about how it is from thousands of years. communities, society, the Romans, Greeks, all that type of stuff, the Egyptians. If men did not want stability, society would not exist. We would still be barbarians leaking out of caves, killing mastodons to feed everybody, things like that. If men had not civilized the world, nobody would be civilized. Nobody. Other men wouldn't be civilized. Women and children wouldn't be. We wouldn't have an educational system. None of that. But we've come to a point to where that's being underappreciated. All these thousands of years. Now that it's unappreciated, and a lot of women feel like that, you know, we are less than because they can go to college and have some college tell them that, you know, sign on the dotted line and, you know, you're smart because this degree tells you so, which is, you know, this piece of paper, which the men cut down the trees in order to provide that piece of paper in order for that woman to feel like, you know, I'm smart because, you know, that piece of paper said so. You know, it's a complicated situation. But low key, these are trials and tribulations that as men we're making for ourselves because we're being too agreeant. We're being too compliant to, you know, a woman's needs or lust. However you want to put it. However you want to put it.
Respects to that, and I thank you very much, Brother Allen. Brother Slab, it's on you. Salute the Queen in the building. Okay, we see you, sis. You up next. You up next.
Hey,
Rock out. Rock out.
You know, like I said, man, these conversations they can go so many different ways, man. Everybody's life is different. Everybody was brought up different. You know what I'm saying? So the best thing I can kind of say is there's somebody out there for everybody, man. Whatever your view is, whatever your get down is, you know what I'm saying? There's somebody out there for you. I mean, it may not be the person you really, really want, but I mean, hey, that's they gonna be with your get down. And I give that to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
That's the problem, though, Big. That's the problem, though, Big.
I mean, but that's real life. That's real life, though. You know what I'm saying?
You know, as men and as a man, you know that too. You know that too.
I know what?
Women don't understand it. You got a lot of average women out here work at McDonald's or work at Walmart or anything like that. And you know what I'm saying? They looking at this shit on the internet just like we all are.
No, I understand that, but see, at the same time, though, man, it's the crowds and the people you be around and the situations you be around. Like, I feel everything you saying, bro, but you know what I'm saying? Like, just how you say there ain't no women that'll go for certain situations. I know some badass women that is fine and got stupid loot, and I don't want to use the word submit, but they be all for what they man, you know what I'm saying, is trying to do and uplift and shit. Like, there is women out there like that. I can't put that stereotype on all of them when I know a few that, you know, is down like that. And that's why I don't put a stamp on nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let's say it. Because I'm an ex-pimp. Like, real talk. I'm talking about before, you know what I'm saying, doing the back page days. I posted ads for bitches and shit.
I know a lot of pimps. I know niggas pimping now, man. I'm from the Bay Area, man. I know what it is.
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? It is what the fuck it is, man.
It is what it is, man. But like I say though, I don't push a hard narrative, man. Like, I don't push a line. You feel me? Like, everybody gonna kind of do what they want to do, man. there's different strokes for different folks. And I can always just say, man, it's the positions you put yourself in, man. You being, you know, an ex-pimp or whatnot, you know what it is. You was in that street life, bro. So you was around that type of shit. But now there's motherfuckers that don't be around that type of shit. They be around some different type of hutches and shit. You know what I'm saying? That be about some other things. You know what I mean? So like there's all different kind of dynamics of the game, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't just put a hard stamp on one thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I just kind of shoot it out there like, you know, there's somebody out there for everybody, man. But there's no way I could just tell somebody, hey, man, don't do this or don't do that because your turnout's going to be like this or whoopty whoop. You know what I mean? I would never do that. You know what I'm saying? Because life is different for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Well, this person may go through, yeah, this other person can go through it, but they may go through it in a whole different way because it's just their personality and everything. So I just kind of leave it all open like that. And that's the thing with these YouTube thing is like, when we have these discussions, you know what I'm saying? It kind of gets a little fucked up because kind of like what the lady said earlier today, like we older, you know what I'm saying? We grown, we kind of know these things, man. So when we get to talking this shit, it almost seems like, you know, people are just using great talking points that they may have heard from somebody else or on another fucking panel or something. And now they trying to come with that same spiel and get they shine. You feel me? Like, and that's why I don't really like talking too much. That's why I kind of like how Barney kind of get down because he say what he say and he get the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just more straight, you know, straightforward into the, you know what I'm saying, to the mission, man, and not just kind of like, I'm kind of doing it now, so I'm gonna just go ahead and cut the shit. You feel me? But y'all know what it is, man.
Hey, respect. So, hey, let's let the sisters have their time. All right, let's let the ladies get their piece in. So, look, this is what we're going to do, just kind of mess it up. All right, so look, salute the queen in the building. I see you. What we're going to do is we're going to go to Cyrax, we're going to go to Tika, then Queen. We're going to do it in that order, all right? Cyrax, Tika, then Queen. Rock out. You got the floor.
Hi, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay.
Floor is yours.
Okay. When I got with my husband, my mother-in-law moved in with us because she had cancer. My husband didn't really want her to move in with us, but then I told him that no, family is everything to me. So it's important that your mom lives with us because, you know, I wouldn't feel right if she lived on her own. And then a couple years later, his cousin moved in with us because he fell on hard times. And then my sister fell on hard times, so she's living with us. So, yeah, I'm all for like helping family, whether it's from his side or my side. And so I'll stop here.
Okay, all right. Thank you for that. I appreciate that perspective. Tika, it's on you. Go ahead, rock out, sis.
As far as a family coming over, I would honestly leave that up to like whoever that family, like as far as like the husband or wife, that's their actual family, because we kind of know how like our families roll. You know what I mean? Like if y'all about to be in here stealing, all right, trying to put stuff in your pockets and stuff like that, you know.
Hold on. What are we stealing?
What we stealing from people's houses? I mean, you name it. I don't care if it's a toenail clipper. It ain't yours. You know what I mean? Like if it ain't yours, it ain't yours.
It's always a thug atmosphere when Tika come up, man. It's always that.
Oh my goodness. I'm just saying, like, if somebody allows you to come in their space, stop trying to put your fingers where your fingers don't belong. All right, you can't just be coming in here stealing. So, like I said, I will kind of like leave that up to like whoever family, like if that's their actual family, so they can speak on it and make that decision. Because if they doing that, they gotta go. I don't care. 3 o'clock in the morning, I find you steal my nail clipper, you got to go.
Tika, whatever city or country you live in, please let me know so I never go there. Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. But that's all. That's really all I have. But I also wanted to say something for Big Rig Slaps, because he was speaking on women that have their own that will be submissive, and I agree with that because that's how I am. So we do exist. All right. So there you go. There's proof.
Yeah. No. Okay. I need. Or wait. When is my turn, Smitty?
Your turn is after Queen. Okay, you can tap because the floor will be open after Queen. We got to let her get in too.
No, he's after me actually.
She just talked, I thought. Oh no, there's two queens? There's too many queens up in
No,
there.
no,
Okay,
no.
got it.
My bad, my
It's
bad. No,
Queens
no.
and it's
So
me.
you always be on your you ain't got shit to say chewing. But all right, okay, cool. You after Queen and Soap. You after Soap.
No, I didn't hear what was the question? I just
Okay, so
tuned
the
in.
question, well, do you want to respond to the original topic or do you want to respond to the question? Because you know, I'll go ahead and give you that because you
you
just
can give
coming
me
at.
you can give me the question. It's fine.
All right, cool. So the question is, how important is communication and home training when it comes to initiating a relationship?
That's on the top of the list. If you ain't got communication, you don't have nothing. I think
Okay.
that's why so many relationships fail, because people have uncommunicated expectations, and then when a person fails them, that's when the problems hit. If you don't communicate what you need, I'm not a psychic. If I was, I'm in the wrong field. I should be making a lot more money. But I can't read your mind and figure out what you want. I mean, there are things I know that you like, but if you don't communicate what you need, you know, I think it's a problem. But were you guys also talking about family, living with family? I think that's what they were talking about.
Yes, that's what I was saying about the original. Yeah. So how do you feel about, your husband comes to you, he has a phone in your face. All right, I'm just going with the scenario we got. He has a phone in your face and he's like, hey, grandma's gonna move in. Queen says what?
When she coming?
There we go.
That's how.
Okay,
I mean,
now.
that's how I
Queen,
grew up.
you golden queen. God damn it.
I mean, but that's how I grew up. My mom's parents, well, yeah, they were older, and as a little kid, my mom worked during the day, my dad worked at night. I have 5 siblings, and the grandparents couldn't take care of themselves, so the other siblings, like, who's taking them? My father was like, they're coming to live with us. My father told my mother that. And
Some shit ain't no
went and
fucking
picked them
debate.
up, and he cooked for them. I helped comb my grandmother's hair. I read to her and my grandfather. He took care of them. He fed them. He bathed them, and and they passed away under their care in my house. So that's not a question. Like, when we become one, that means your family's my family, and your sister, your brothers, those are my siblings.
That's
Whether I
how
like them
it's
or
supposed
not, they're still my siblings.
That's
And
how it's supposed to be.
So,
But
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? When we get into this 21st century way of living in life, and as we all know, you know what I'm saying, the family dynamic, especially amongst people of color, like we are, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Family, period, in America is on the decline. Whether it be white, black, Indian, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Family in America is on the decline. And that's our problem. We don't have a strong structure over here in America. Now, that's the reason why billions of dollars are being sent overseas to defend people, you know what I'm saying, that, to be honest with you, yeah, I feel for their plight. But we have a situation over here in America of our own. You know what I'm saying? We're allowing people, to come up from certain borders, things like that, you know what I'm saying, we don't have enough jobs to provide for our own children over here. So it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
So
Respect.
what are you gonna? It's about what are you gonna do to make that to change that. Like you can talk about it, but if you're not doing anything to change it, then you're just
I mean, collectively,
empty wind.
Let's vote outside the box. But I'm not trying to get too deep off into politics, but because everybody need to, figure out things for themselves on that aspect. But it's just crazy to me that what I'm saying, we're living in the time to where we are solid citizens of this country. We all are. Everybody on the screen. Everybody. And it's like, what are we going to do to keep ourselves? And I'm sorry, but yeah, it's a selfish part of it that comes into play. What are we going to do to keep ourselves, protected and masked? But that's a whole nother subject. Sorry, I didn't mean to dive off in that.
You build your community.
Sorry, I didn't mean to dive off in that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you focus on family.
You can get it off over here. You can get it off over here, brother Alvin. Get that shit off your chest. Barney, what did you have to say real quick? I know you wanted to hop in, bro. I remember.
I don't know. I forget what it was, but Queen.
Hold on, y'all. So listen, I think at the end of the day, you know what I mean? As Riggs was saying, you got to find what works for you. You know what I mean? Like, that's just kind of what it is. You find what works for you, you find what, you know what I mean, who you want to be with and how compatible y'all are. And you go from there. You know what I'm saying? But all of the, trying to make it more complicated than what it is. I mean, these conversations, it's not, we try to make things more complex than what they really are. You know what I mean? Like, you find someone that, is going to rock with what you're rocking with. And if they don't, then you keep it pushing. It's not really that hard, man. It's really simple. You know what I mean? Ain't got to be all this, just thinking too hard or overthinking or, what if this person, if somebody don't want to be on the type of vibe you want to be on, if your lifestyles don't match, then you got to move on. Because at the end of the day, it'll be better for you and better for them. But if it does match, or you can kind of come to a common ground, or, you're able to be considerate of each other and actually work through things, then of course, that's perfect, right? That's a good thing. But you ain't gonna never have a perfect situation no matter what you do. All situations, you're gonna have some compromise or some communication.
So, is it easier to stay or go? Is it easier to stay or go? So, I'm talking about long term. I ain't talking about you've been dating. I'm talking about possibly y'all got shit over each other houses and or live together with a child. Is it easier to stay or go?
Depends on the situation. It all depends on the situation. Some situations, yes, you can. It's not hard to get out of, or the person's already checked out already, so them leaving ain't even hard because they've been checked out. Well, hey, so they already left, already mentally or emotionally or even spiritually. So them leaving physically is not even hard because they already left. They've been checked out. But if they're invested or if there's kids involved, right, now the whole dynamic changes. So that's really what changes dynamics is really the kids, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? So if you got kids involved, now there's an investment, or you own property or something like that. Or you have different things that you have owned or you're doing. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like now, somebody got to mute up if they got something in the background. All those things make a difference. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it all depends on your situation. But if you're already like I said, if you're already clocked out already, you know what I mean, internally, then you leaving ain't hard. But if you haven't and you invested, and your emotions are invested in the kids and in the homes or in the businesses or whatever y'all got going, then it's gonna be kind of difficult for you to leave.
All right. So, anybody else? Is it easier to leave or stay?
You gotta go to midlife. Midlife is next after me, dog.
Go rock out.
Yeah, I forget what I wanted to say. I just know I was triggered by Queen Tika.
Why were you triggered? Go ahead, rock out.
She's up here.
She was saying it's going to be what?
Nah, she's saying all this slick kind of stuff about men. She's trying to speak up a little bit. I hear her. She's not cammed up. So she must be hiding or something. But I hear all this slick shit you're saying about men. I'm not impressed with it. I don't know, who hurt you, I guess I should ask before you ask me. I don't know what the problem is. You want to like puff up your feathers a bit. Okay, you got my attention. So you're on the watch list. So you better watch it. That's it. Thank you.
Tika, you got a response?
No,
You
not
ain't
at
got
all.
nothing to say.
I felt like that was like really ridiculous. But I am gonna say that. Guess what? I'm not single, so I must be doing something right. Have fun tonight, though.
Listen, you might as well be single, because if I was your man, I wouldn't let you on these shows, right? What are you doing up here? Go make your man a sandwich. Prove it. That's it. All right, I'm good. We can end it there, Smitty. What's the next question?
Now that hold on, because I'm sorry, brothers, but one thing that we need, in today's society, man, like seriously, in order to understand and to keep trying to figure out things, we need these women to talk. We need women to talk. And we need certain women that can reach outside the sisterhood to, say what they need to say and things like that in order for us to figure out certain things. Now, I'm going to tell you, because shit is different. It's different than what it used to be 30, 40, 50 years ago. It's way different. We're different as men. Women are different as women than it was all those years ago. And we know this now. You know what I'm saying? All y'all men, y'all know this. If you're old enough. Like seriously. Y'all know this. And we need to understand some things. We need that information. My question is, to the ladies, what is your problem with actually being in compliance of really what your soul wants? Not the outside extremities, you know what I'm saying, that other women tell you and this and that and woo to woo and y'all got all this empowerment and this and that. You can go to college and get all these degrees that, somebody sign a piece of paper and say that you're smart and this and that. What is it? What is it? Because that makes no sense. Because men know this. Men have known this through eons. We go to these colleges and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And get these degrees. We know that we sign off on these degrees for each other. That's what happened back in the day. We signed off on these degrees for each other. It was a network. And you know what I'm saying? That's how hierarchies got, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on, Brother Allen, are you saying that most of us didn't deserve what we got?
No.
Okay.
No. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. It was a lot of work got put in for those degrees. But the thing of it is that though, the educational system is based off a certain level. You could be an intelligent human being. To be honest with you, Warren Buffett only had a 7th grade degree. He didn't graduate high school. He didn't graduate college. Warren Buffett.
You mean 7th grade education? Yeah, got you. My bad. Okay. I got you.
I call it.
Smitty, come on, man.
It is what it
Smitty,
is.
come on.
Look, words matter. Okay, words matter. All right, rock out, Alan.
Smitty, that's true, brother. I can't deny that. But you know what I meant, though. Warren Buffett did not even graduate middle school, because 7th grade is middle school. He barely graduated middle school, and the richest people on the planet don't graduate these super colleges. They don't go to Oxford in England, and they don't do all this and woo-to-woo. The richest people on the planet have networks. They communicate with other people that put them in the regions to where they can actually gain the knowledge and gain the resources. Low key,
So, Alan,
we've all been
I'm sorry, go
fooled
ahead.
to think that college is.
You got it next, Cyrax. Go ahead. What you got?
Yeah.
No, I was just going to ask Alan, I was just going to ask him, are you saying that you don't want us to go, to be educated?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Because I push my daughter to get educated. I'm paying for her college right now. So, you know what I'm saying? I do that. But, because I know what day and time we live in. It's different. But, yeah.
So are you saying that the more educated we are, the more like out of order we are? Is that what you're saying?
To a degree. Because, to be honest with you, the mass education is orchestrated, is structured. We're not learning what we need to learn as human beings on this planet. We're not. Why do you think they're taking certain things out? Listen, let me ask you a question. All y'all a question. How many of y'all remember growing up in school and learning photosynthesis? What does that mean? Photosynthesis.
I do. Yeah, when the plants pull towards the sunlight, it's the growth of the plants basically in a flaming form.
How many of you all have learned how to grow plants in school? We used to be taught that. Just like we used to be taught cursive writing. We used to be taught a lot of things. Nowadays, what are these children being taught in school? They definitely not being taught how to grow food for themselves. Though that is a vital thing. That's a vital tool in life, to learn how to grow food for yourself.
Well, do you not think that corporations don't look at that as that will be, listen, like you got to remember how business works too, Alan. Like I get what you're saying. No, just hear me real quick. Hear me. I get what you're saying, but that really does, although a lot of us feel that way, that's not how corporations and businesses are ran. It's a reason why a lot of stuff don't have seeds in it now.
Right.
All the way down to the weed. It's a reason, bruh. So, I mean, you got to understand how these certain things are designed. So all I'm saying is before I start getting my emotions personally all wrapped up in what big bad pharmaceutical and drug administration is doing, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, more so focus on what are my capabilities and what I can get done. We all know that that's the case. What can I do? Like what?
Sorry.
Go ahead, rock out, sis. What you got?
There are schools who still have that. They took it out of our community. They took cooking out of our community. They took those things out of our community. Why you think there's community gardens that are in certain communities, but they're not run by the people who live in those communities? They don't give you the opportunity to do those things. So what are you going to do? Are you going to sit and complain about it? Are you going to make a difference? Are you going to be different? What are you doing to change it? That's the unfortunate thing. And unfortunately, you know, sometimes just being the color that you are, if you don't have that piece of paper, you're not valued or you're not looked at as qualified. So it's not so much as just the educational field, as this or that. It's for both men and women. I know plenty of people who are not legal in this country, and they are foremen, directors with no degrees. But when the job came out, the person who looked like me had to hand transcripts, who had to hand a diploma. If I have a degree, why do I have to prove? Now I have to prove it to you. I can't just put it on my resume. I have to send you official transcripts. They want to see official transcripts now for jobs. When did they need that before? When did they need that before? It's like I'm applying for grad school or something. I literally have to come with official transcripts, a degree, the date I graduated, a copy of my degree, let alone my experience and my resume. So it's not that simple. It's not that simple. It's not that black and white anymore, you know. So, and even with those degrees, you still don't get treated the same.
Right.
You know. So what are you going to do? What am I doing? What am I doing to make it different? I'm not going to sit around and complain. I'm going to just build my community and I'm going to make a difference. So teach myself
I'm
how to
trying
grow.
to figure out, why do we keep acting like degrees are the be all end all to success and shit, when
Well, it's
really
not, but in
degrees
certain
are only
fields, it
needed
is.
for a certain amount of career field. There's a whole lot of stuff that you can get into and retire. I'm talking about with pension, 401k and all. And you did not need no college degree to get into that field.
But that's fine. But that's not a person's dream. Don't knock it because it's
Respect
just
to
not,
that.
you know.
Respect to that.
So my dream has always been to be a social worker. I have my own nonprofit and I'm a social worker. But now
You need
in
a
order
degree
to
for that.
elevate,
Facts.
yes,
Facts.
in order to
Facts.
elevate myself, I have to get a master's or a PhD. So, and that will open me up to earning more, well over 6 figures. So, you know, it's not so much as just because I want, you know, I want to do it. I wish I didn't need to go to school for that, but I did. And now I have my own and I'm doing other things, but I don't push on the youth that I work with. I don't push degrees. I push, hey, what do you see yourself doing? Now, do what you need to do to make that happen. Whether you want a business, whether you want to be in tech field, whether you want to be esthetician, whatever you want to do, what is it going to take for you to get there?
No, but what's being talked about here is the fact that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of sisters go to these colleges and, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, and I follow my daughter too on this. A lot of these sisters go to these colleges and stuff, and these colleges, you know what I'm saying, present them with these degrees. And it's like, yes, you're super intelligent now. And they look at it, you know what I'm saying, above the man that actually works for the city. I don't know if y'all seen that video where that young lady was sitting around here where police officers and firefighters and this and that, they're not high value men. I'm sorry, but I look at police officers and firefighters as high value men. I have an uncle that served as a firefighter for years. I look at him as a high value man. He was willing to run into a burning building and had done that plenty of times to save people's lives. And you know what I'm saying? We hear this from our women telling us that we're not high value men because they run into buildings and save lives. And it's like, that's not a high value man that I'm willing to risk my life to run into a burning building as a firefighter, or I'm willing to come and be a police officer and save your life, because at the end of the day, what happens is 9 times out of 10, most women, when they get into real serious situations, who they gonna call? It ain't Ghostbusters. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying here.
Wait, don't say nothing. I got this. I got this. All right, Smitty, let me know when you're ready to close this out too, because I'm getting tired and this is getting mundane for me. As most of these men and women come.
I'm chilling. Listen, I recognize that I was late. I'm just, hey man, this show was for the people.
No,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, I was going to say about the next like 20, 30 minutes or so, man. You know what I'm saying? We go ahead, just make sure everybody get everything they want to say out nice and cool. I don't want nobody to ever feel like they rushed. I don't want you to ever feel like you rushed. Take your time, say what you got to say, get that shit off your chest.
Let me say this, right? The problem is this, right? You know, and it's on both sides, it's on both men and women, right? The problem is that, you know, people just sit around, they do the complaint games. Men complain about women complain about men, and it's just dumb. Which is why I don't even be on panels with the whole man and woman type of garbage, because it's garbage. Honestly, it literally is garbage. Okay, and I don't care if you get mad at me or whatever. Don't DM me because I'll block you, and because I'm not. It's not up for argument. I feel how. You know what I mean? Pick better, choose better, vet better. If you can't, then it is what it is. Now, at the end of the day, the problem is this. You know what I mean? You have men who sit around and complain because, you know, women are not traditional or not listening to them or whatever, right? But these women are modern women. But you don't want traditional women, right? You want a modern woman to be traditional. It's not going to work, okay? If she's modern, that means she's going to act like a modern woman, right? If you want a traditional woman, that means that, because if you really want a traditional woman, that means that you got to wait until marriage to have sex, right? And I know most of y'all not waiting until marriage to have sex. Let's just keep it G. You're not waiting, okay? You're not. All right?
You're not.
Now, with that being said, right, since you don't want to wait to have sex with a woman, right, then that means you want a modern woman. If you want a modern woman, she's going to have modern values. She's going to act modern. You know what I mean? Because that's what modern women do.
True
that. You know what I mean? It's just straight up. That's just what they're going to do. Now, you know, there are places where you can find traditional women. You can find them in a church. There's websites you can find women who are modern, whether they go to the church or they a Muslim or whatever. You know what I mean? There's websites you can go to find these women, all types of stuff. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse. If you're looking for somebody that's really traditional, that's really going to be submissive and, you know, follows the Bible or follow the old ways of how they used to do things. Hold on.
Uh-oh, you said Bible. Trigger word, Bible.
I will stop this whole shit. I will not be interrupted. Do not interrupt me, period. When I talk, everything stop. You know what I mean? Just like when Smitty talk, everything stop. Please don't interrupt me. Now, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? You know, if you want a traditional woman, you can find one. It's not hard. You have to look where the traditional women are. You know what I mean? Just like when women sit up here and complain and say, oh, you know, the guy got to make this much money, or he ain't a man, or this, that, and the third. But yet they can't afford the things that they asking for. So they asking for a man that has 6 figures and have this lifestyle and all that. But they can't even take themselves to the restaurants that they want a man to take them to on their own. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole bunch of BS all across the board. You know what I mean? And good evening to you, you know what I mean? Embrace the grace was good, sis. You know what the time is. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he said Mexico and South America. Okay, Braxton, hey, if you need to go to Mexico and South America, do what you got to do. You know what I mean? And salute to the passport bros, do what you got to do. At the end of the day, people just got to stop complaining. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear the complaining. I don't want to hear that weak. That's weak to me. You know what I mean? All that complaining, all this, that, and the third, all the women need to do this, and or the men need to do that. That's just weak to me. You know what I'm saying? I could be single today and I would not have a problem at all. Period. would not have a problem. You know what I mean? Because I already know where to look and who to look to and where to look for what I'm looking for. Straight up. You know what I mean? The only people that got problems are the people who are basically trying to change something into something that it's not. You know what I mean? If it quack like a duck, look like a duck, it's a duck. It ain't a giraffe. It ain't nothing else. Stop trying to change people to what they not. Straight up. If he's a man and he ain't really providing for you the way he want to provide for you, or he ain't doing the things you want him to do for you, then try to find somebody that does. But understand, if you do that, what kind of lifestyle that person's living. If you want a guy that's making a certain amount of money, he's gonna live a certain type of lifestyle. So that means that he probably gonna have more than one woman. And if you're okay with that as a woman, then do that. But if you're not okay with that, then find you a guy that probably works a regular job and does regular things, because you're a regular woman just like he's a regular man. You want to take you to Ruth Chris, but you can't even afford Ruth Chris yourself. You know what I mean? And that's really the issue. Everybody has all these standards, and they can't even live up to it themselves. So that's really the issue, and that's really the problem. That's all I gotta say.
Preach. Slow clap. I
can dig that though, bro.
BP, what up, baby?
Slow clap.
I can dig that though, bro.
Okay, all right. PA, my man. I appreciate you. Okay, now salute. What you got for us?
Pull up. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What you got?
Going in order or out of order?
We also got. Hold on, who's this? Angels.
Great Pill Podcast.
Oh, Great Pill. Yep. I see you down there. Respect. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get the Great Pill first because he pulled up. Then we're gonna go ahead and get to UPA. Go ahead and rock out, Great. What you got for us?
No, I think 84 said everything. Well, first of all, what's the topic about overall?
The overall topic was about basically you're the husband, you have a wife, and grandma needs to move in. And instead of putting her in a nursing home, you decide to let her come stay with y'all, and wifey is not having it. Great Pill does what?
It depends on the type of wife I got. If we got like a good relationship overall, like her family, my family, because to be perfect, not just for me, period. Right now, I don't like a lot of people in my house. I just don't. So if my girl says she has like nieces and nephews she's close with, but they consistently like to come over the house and pop over, that doesn't work for me. So I have to respect her too if she had the same standards on my end. But if it gets to a time like, I can tolerate people for the most part to come in and chime in, and she can too, then it'd be a conversation. But if grandma's like sick and needy, we would just have a conversation. Do we have the funds or do grandma have the medical benefits to say, hey, do we chose to, come out of pocket and, have a bigger house or another room to have grandma in, have some kind of nursing aid to care for her? Because that's what happened with my grandmother. She was sick and ill. My mom had her own life in one state. My uncle had another life in his own business in another state. I was in another state. Financially, I couldn't take care of her, but the responsibility was on my mom, between my mom and my uncle. So what they did was they spoke to my grandmother about it. She pretty much said she was old and stubborn. She was like, heck no, she don't want to leave out her house. She don't want to go nowhere. So They provided a health aid for her. That lasted about a year. And then she wasn't living up to the rules that was going on to keep up with her health. So the next stage was, hey, we got to put you in a nursing home because we can't uproot you and take you to our place because, they're very active. So they couldn't always like keep an eye on her like the health aid was doing at her house. And then the nursing home was the best fit. So they took her there and she was there ever since. Now, when the time she relocated there, I moved into the States closer to my grandmother and I was constantly visiting her all the time. So I would like just treat her room like it was her place, lay in her bed like I do at her place, or lay in her chair, just hang out with grandma because that's my grandma. So that was it. So she was always there to the day she passed away. I was the first that was there with her when she passed, and my uncle and my mom fell in through, and that was it. So it depends on the situation, the circumstance, to certain people. A lot of people can't make it just black and white. Like, oh, grandma's not staying, grandma is staying. I'm the man. Listen to me. It really doesn't work like that. It's really a conversation of just a situation. Because mind you, at that time, I'm speaking for myself. This is my experience. My mom was I'm trying to remember. Cause I don't remember if my dad passed away that time or not. But it's just a lot of situations with the circumstance at hand. So that's why I leave it with that. But as far as just moving forward to what 84 is saying, I'm with 84 now. I really don't even like to speak on the spaces because it feels like a nasty staying stigma. You know what I'm saying? It's like if somebody call another guy something which you know he's not, which most women do in the real life. I don't want to use that in the virtual space, but it's like you kind of stuck with that, and it's like it creates a weird little echo chamber. So I don't really try to talk too much of the spaces. I try to like keep it more of real life situation versus virtual situations, and I agree with 84 in the fact of like you know what you want, but you can't force somebody to be something that you're not. The same thing with women. And we have sisters or we have aunties or we have mamas, grandmas, a female, we have women in our family, you know? And if something comes off and they say something a little sideways about their experiences or who they dating, us guys, we kind of know instinctively if that guy's an F-boy or he's messing around or he's doing some dumb fuckery, we'll pretty much call it out right then and there. And we're like, I don't know. Look at this, ask this, say that, move a little bit differently and see how he responds to that. The same way women would say the same thing about us if their counterpart will have these same conversations. So we know where to look when we want to look. It is funny like how we go about doing it. Like if we all like say me 84 M3 or even you Smitty, we all go hang out at a club. My intention might be like, yo, I'm just gonna hang out with the boys. Your intention is like, yo, you know what? I haven't had a baddie in 3 months. Let me go see if I can pull a number. You see what I'm saying? So it's like people can't be always like putting this whole one conspiracy theory in a weird little bubble, but it's the virtual age. So you got a lot of weirdness in that. So I try not to speak too much of it. And I'll leave it like that. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that. PA, man, hey, good to see you, my G, always. Go ahead, rock out, PA. What you got for us?
You looking for?
Yeah, man. I had to pull up on the show. I just got off the road. I had to come in from my hometown. I had to drive into Houston. Y'all still rock. Y'all still on. So I pulled on up. Anyway, hell no, them relatives can't come over, man. They can't come over. I don't want your crazy senile grandma trying to put the cat in the oven and trying to bury the puppies outside, talking about they ain't moving. I don't want them. She can't come over. I don't want your pervy uncle or your pervy brother coming over waiting on us to leave so he could go stick his Johnson out the window and whack off, in front of all my neighbors. You know what I mean? I don't want that coming over there. I don't want your kleptomaniac sister always trying to borrow 35 cents. You know what I mean? Man, you can't come over. I don't want your other sister coming over who just got divorced so y'all can sit on the couch and eat and talk about men all day. And then as soon as I walk in, y'all give me that look. Oh, no, I ain't doing it, bro. Y'all go sleep under the bridge with the pigeons. And yeah, anyway, Smitty, I got your shirt, man. I got to get it to you. See, I don't know. He ain't even going to carry it. I got the shirt, man. I went to, you asked me for it. I went and got it for you, bro. Actually, I got.
I'm right here, fool. What you got?
I got you.
You see, I got the hat on. You got me the hat from Honduras.
Yeah. I got you the flag shirt with soccer.
My man. Hey, that goes with the hat. Yeah. I'm gonna rock that shit.
I don't know if you can see that. But yeah,
my man. Nah, man, send that shit over. I'm dead ass. Hey, yeah, hit my DM. You already know what time it is.
I just been busy, man. I just got back from Mississippi today, so.
My man, PA all day.
Doing now?
Damn, grandma can't come stay. She can't come watch the Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, man. Now she don't even know what she watching. She got the oven on 550 with the cat in it. She done stuck a pillow in there thinking there's some biscuits or something. You know what I'm saying? That's she trying to make me feel. You know what I mean? Nah, man. She can't come.
PA.
Yeah, what's up?
What you doing down sneaking around my regions?
I was born in Mississippi, but it's a family. My family got hundreds of acres of property out there in Hines County.
Me
and,
and
we
you
had to
both
settle
on the
that down
same
because
page,
it's-
bro. Shout out to you. Me and you both on the same page. You know,
Yeah.
motherfuckers don't know about that acres of land.
Yeah, it's in Hines County out there by Utica, man. By Utica, between Utica and Terry, Mississippi, man. It's been in my family hundreds of years since we came off the slave plantation.
Hey, I still own slave land, you know what I'm saying, that my ancestors bought, you know what I'm saying, from my slave owners, you know what I'm saying.
Does that make you a modern day oppressor?
And fucking goddamn it, outside of motherfucking goddamn it, Grenada and shit. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
If anybody want to go on all that land and do any field work or yard work, I will pay them, but it's gonna be oppressive work. I was out there. You remember I did that video about that Falcon Smitty?
Yeah, but are they employees or are they slaves, PA?
It don't matter how much I pay them, they're gonna feel like they're slaves because I was out there last.
No, but I remember. Go ahead. What you saying though?
That's where I was. I was flying a drone over all of that
Oh
land.
yeah,
trying to
yeah. No,
survey.
no, I do remember that shit. Nah, you right.
Yeah,
You right.
trying to
I do
survey.
remember that shit. Nah, y'all wild, man. Y'all
Can I
wild.
ask,
Anybody
PA
got
question?
anything else?
Yeah, can I ask PA a question?
Go ahead, rock out. Take your time.
So,
Sure,
PA, you're
sure,
talking about the other woman's grandma that you wouldn't allow in the house because she threw cats in the oven?
Yeah, the in-laws.
So hypothetically speaking, how long you was so hold on, Smitty. So we're saying we're dating or married to that woman?
I'm more so looking at either long-term relationship and or marriage. Yes.
Okay, we'll say-
not just like some. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we'll say 3 years. All right, so hypothetically, PA, you're dating or courting or exclusive with this woman, and she wanted grandma to move her house, and you're saying no to that woman.
Hell no, she can't come.
So why would you even?
Yeah,
Why would you even keep? So why would you
hell
even
no,
keep?
she can't come.
Why
And
would
if
you
she don't
even-
like,
why
cause
would-
it did the thing about it. As soon as her grandma do something, I'm gonna take it out on her. You know what I mean?
So why would you even be staying with the girl the whole time?
She really cooking up a ticking time bomb in the oven. She really cooking
All right,
up.
so why would you stay with the girl if you know down? Because again, that's why I put. Thank you, Smitty, for clearing it up. That's why I put a time limit on it. So you either married or 3 years with this woman. So if you know that woman within 3 year period want more than you than just sitting there like, hey, it's just us two as a person, and grandma's still around, and 9 out of 10 times grandma can get sick, so she's gonna need her man to help her out. And you still
What they
say
gotta
no?
do-
Why you still
What
with
if she says grandma was allowed at the wedding? Why isn't she allowed here now? That could be thrown in your face.
Correct.
Grandma was allowed at the wedding, but I had a bunch of my partners at the wedding too. Can they come?
Well, the partners ain't grandma. Partners isn't flesh and blood.
Grandma ain't friend. That hoe ain't no
That
kin
is
to
grandma.
me.
Grandma is flesh and blood. What you
Ain't
mean?
no kin to me.
No, PA, sorry. But you know what I'm saying? When we talk about family like time out, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the motherfucking day, you know what I'm saying, that 10 toe down like time out, you know what I'm saying? Shit, family.
3
You know what I'm
years,
saying?
Alan. He been with this woman 3
That's
years.
not my mom and daddy mama.
Stop it.
That's her.
When you
That's her grandma.
you secrete your blood off of your wife. When you secrete your blood off of your wife with your semen, you know what I'm saying? You start a family. Ain't no what to it. When you secrete your blood off of your blood is your semen.
He didn't have babies with her.
I start a family.
You
Yep.
secrete your blood off of your wife, you know what I'm saying? You start a family.
So she wait till my
Family,
child.
family.
She need to
Period.
wait till our child get their own place and then let grandma go stay with great grandson or great granddaughter.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, PA, you heartless, bro.
That's my
You are
children blood, not mine.
You are heartless. I think you need to stay single and just have side chicks. No exclusive women should be in your future. Just
That's
be
kind
honest.
of what type of time PA is on.
Oh, okay, as long as he honest.
He makes his runs. He damn sure make his runs.
This the point. This the point.
Don't sleep on my man.
This the point. That's the point of how men are also different, but understand things at the same time, though, too. This is what women don't understand. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I get at me. These women out here, they'll sit around and be like, okay, he'll have sex with me. So yeah, he obviously liked me. No. Just because a man will bend your back over, bust you up, put your head upside the backboard of that fucking goddamn bed, that don't mean he want to fucking keep you. And a lot of women nowadays don't understand it. And that's a prime example. Thank you, PA. Thank you, Pills. Real talk. That's 10 toes, motherfucking die.
Look, I need women to understand, and I'm not the only man that has done this, ladies.
Oh Lord.
And hey, Grace, by the way,
No,
I saw your comment.
You telling the truth.
Look, I've had sex with women where only thing was touching them was my Johnson.
Right.
My hands weren't touching them, my none was touching them, but my Johnson.
And a damn
That's
show
it.
you can't touch
What
them.
is that supposed to mean?
And I ain't the only one. And
What
I've
is that
had
supposed to
sex
mean?
with women where I was moving so fast it looked like I was disappearing. You wouldn't even seen me. I would look like
You ain't with your hands tied behind your back, nigga. What's going on? What the fuck?
Is this to see how big? Is this to see how alpha I am with sex? Conversation like we're.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
So ladies,
This is
don't think we all
wild.
trying to cuddle.
This is absurd.
We ain't trying to kiss you and cuddle, and we ain't looking in your eyes. And I'll
She
have my
feels
head dead
nothing
up in
but
the
Johnson. Seriously? You don't grab a titty. You don't suck a nipple, nigga. Nothing. You just
Man, I was hoping I ain't even hit the side of that thing. I was going straight to the woo. Oh yeah, I'm right where I need to be.
Public service announcement, ladies. Perfect public service announcement.
Well, just note that PA won't be smacking that ass. Hey, I ain't even mad at you though. Apparently that's how, you know, this is the diversity in which men can be. So only thing I will say to that, ladies, is shit, I ain't got much ammo. Listen, only thing I got to say to that is men do think very, very differently. We're not all the same, and we're not as, you know, because like I like to say, I'm very complex to my simplicities, right? So I do believe a lot of men can be that way. So what the brother PA is saying is not so far-fetched, okay? All right. Mm-hmm. It's just the simple fact of maybe a lot of women probably wouldn't understand because he's speaking, you know, from a man's tone and authority. It might be something where most men can relate to. That sometimes happens. All right. I want to get to the ladies off the No Bull. Any of the ladies, do y'all got anything to say from so far what's been talked about? Make sure we get y'all in here. I don't want y'all just, you know.
Yeah, we do want to hear.
Yeah. Rock out.
Please. Ladies.
Okay. I was gonna say, to Alan, like I understand that you want, women to be traditional like the old days, but then you have to sort of realize that in America, we value individualism and money, and because in this day and age, you need money for everything. Unfortunately, a modern woman can become, traditional, in the sense that, she'll cook and clean for, your family. But then of course you have to provide, a sense of security. And I'm not talking about, a lot of money. I'm a very modern woman. I call myself, like a progressive, but I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I cook and I clean. And so I feel like that, like, you just have to find a person that has the same value as you, someone who values family. And if you are able to find someone that values family, then I feel like everything will like fall in line, if you get what I mean. And that's it.
I agree.
Can I really speak right here?
Mm-hmm.
Now, X, I'm gonna tell you something that is not really talked about a lot. It's not that a man wants a woman to just necessarily cook and clean, things like that. Listen, look, when we go over a woman's house, if she doesn't have her house in order, and I've been there plenty of times. I've been over plenty of chicks' houses. It's shit all over the place.
Man's house too.
Hold on. I'm dead fucking serious here.
Me too.
This is serious. You know what I'm saying? Listen, look. Because you have a womb. If you don't keep your house clean, we can't trust you to keep your womb clean.
Man has balls, clean the house.
Talking about real talk. That's 10 toes motherfucking down. That's how we feel as men. And I'm gonna tell you something. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about cooking and cleaning. Yes, men, we love when our women cook for us because it's a agape situation that we love about when a woman fix a meal and bring it to us, that we know innately that she has love for us. If a woman does not cook for a man, a man automatically knows that she has no love for him.
Automatically.
If a woman does not cook for you, she has no love for you. Because if she gonna cook for herself, if she can cook, and see, that's part of the problem in today's society. Most women can't even cook for themselves.
Men too.
I ain't talking about boiling some fucking ramen noodles. I'm talking about her having recipes, things like that. We already know who talked about this, but I ain't finna go there. But the thing of it is, how I was raised, like seriously, that made me want to go harder for the women in my life because they made the effort to learn certain things and maneuver a certain way in order to feed me properly, to keep me nourished to where I can go out and fight the battles. We're still at war.
The battles?
We're always at war as men to go out in society and fight the battles that need to be fought in order to win the war, to bring home the spoils of war to our women. Real talk.
May I respond to that, please?
You got the floor. You got the floor, Great Pill. Rock out.
All right. Gracias. I find it very funny when it was mentioned about cooking, and his first statement was, "It's not all about the cooking," and then he went on a 20 minutes tangent about cooking. That's number one. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put on a. I'm gonna go ahead and put on the part
Alan,
where,
let him respond. I'm gonna
go ahead and put
give
on
him
the
the floor.
part.
Give him the floor, and you can respond back. Go ahead, Great Pill.
I'm gonna go ahead and echo the part where 84 said modern women, right? Where are you? That's what you just harped on is a traditional woman. Modern women, all of them, not all of them, hashtag not all of them do not know how to cook. Okay. Just like a lot of these nasty men don't know how to cook neither. Let's keep that 100. The same way you talking about, you go to a woman's house talking about oodles and noodles or floors set, us men see some dirty ass women too. All right. We seen some women wear some outfits top and their shoes look dirty. We seen women with the nasty eyelashes and all that other stuff. Men be wearing the ratchet stuff too. So it goes both ways.
I'm not neglecting what you're saying, though, bro.
I know, but you was very tangent about the food part. I am, but let me throw this one out here as an option to people, right? I get it. if the chick, just like the man, care enough about each other, you are, because this is what I'm hearing from you. You are 100% right. The counterpart would make an effort. They would make an effort. So I hear you on that one. You didn't have to say it. I hear it. But at the same time, there are some men that say, I won't do this. Like PA made it very clear what his intentions is with any woman he encounters. I'm going to do what I want to do sexually, how I like it, what I want it, and I'm going to move on, right? You have those type of men just like you have those type of women. I have met women that said, look, I don't know how to cook. I don't know the first thing about cooking. Me personally, I love to cook. I love to cook. So if I come across a woman, just so happens she does. Now, mind you, when we first dating each other, because that's where it goes. People go this long end game of their conversation as if they already a year, 3 years, or married into this woman. And it sounds like an afterthought of a complaint about the woman. When you first meet a woman on a date, you're not cooking. She's not cooking. Let's keep that off. Let's keep that 100. If I meet her at the gym, if I meet her at church, if I meet in public, this magical, mystical, traditional woman isn't popping up with a stove and an oven and some pots and pans in her hands and saying, hey, let me juggle all this. I got you. They're not doing that.
Right.
They're not doing that. You're taking her out on a date. You're going to meet somewhere public. Y'all can get to know each other. That happens over time. But if that's what you really want, and I'm speaking to guys in general, quote unquote, the men, if that's what your ideal woman is one of the criteria is for her to cook in a traditional world we live in. Let me say this again, a traditional world we live in, 2024, not 1950, not 1900s, not 1862, right now, where everything is modern, telephones, lights, tablets, smartphones, hell, they even got a smart app. So we can't make all the complaints all the time. If you come across a woman and she suits your fancy and you get past the sex and you're like, okay, she's not like the other women I dated. Let's move forward. Okay, she's not like the other woman that I had like 6 months and we're going forward 7, 8 months longer. Obviously within a 3-month span, you know if the chick can cook now. Hell, you probably know on the first date because it's a conversation. So if you know on that first date, this chick can't cook and that's on your list, move the hell on. So again, come back. Let me echo again. It come back to complaining part. Put in your head, take the L and move the hell on. Period.
Well, listen here, brother. All I'm saying is it's not just necessarily about the cooking. That's not, you know what I'm saying? I brought that up.
I know. I had to attack that argument.
It's not just necessarily about that. It's about the dynamic of the situation. Now, you know, at the end of the day, we know technically, statistically, the best chefs in the world are men.
And like a YouTube talking point.
No, low key, I'm a chef. I've been a chef over 20 years now. I am a chef. If you look on my other page, not this one, real talk, I have 2 pages on YouTube. I have this page and a chef page. Real talk. I'm a chef. So you know what I'm saying? Listen, look, I don't necessarily need a woman to cook for me. But it's the dynamics, you know what I'm saying, that happens. When a woman cooks for you, she puts her soul off in the food.
Not just a soul.
Like as a man, stop. Just like as a man puts his soul off in the food and cooking. But she puts her soul off in the cooking for you. It's just like, okay, I don't know if y'all have heard this type of scenario. You never want to eat a woman's spaghetti.
Why?
Why are you making faces?
I'm trying to, I don't know. I've never heard this before. This is new to me. Okay. All right, come on. Let's take the ride. Where we going? Where we going?
How many of y'all? Oh.
I know exactly. I know exactly where you're going with this one. Just go ahead. I'm gonna just go ahead and let you fly and play, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna fly that plane. I'm gonna fly that plane because this is what the women in my family told me. Don't eat a woman's spaghetti. This is what the women, I'm talking about all the way to my great grandma. Don't eat a
Yeah.
woman's.
Why?
Yeah,
I'm
me
still
and
waiting.
Alan gotta yeah, me and Alan
Bro,
gotta
you got me on the edge of my seat. Why?
Oh no, no, y'all don't want to go there now. This 21st century. Oh, we in 2024. Oh
The
no.
host is asking why. We need to know.
Oh, she put the the period
great tale.
juice off in the spaghetti. It's all red.
Hold on, wait a minute. I wait a minute.
Is the spaghetti sauce red? I'm lost.
Where did we just go? What just happened?
Stop right
Hold
there.
on. Huh?
Ain't know where we just go.
Always with wings is in my
Ain't know
spaghetti.
where we just go. It just is what it is.
What?
This some down south shit now.
I'm in the South, sir.
I'm glad I'm not.
You ain't
Damn.
never heard of it.
I knew you was gonna go there.
All right.
Fuck
Is it my
that, we
turn?
gonna order pizza.
I want him to
Okay,
finish. I don't want to cut him off. I want him to finish.
Shit.
Stop. Have any other women in the chat? Have any other women in the chat ever been told certain things? I want to hear from the women real quick.
Ladies, I don't know.
I've
Have
heard
y'all
of
been
it, but
told
then-
certain, I don't know, superstitions about men? I don't know.
And I don't project on everybody, Smitty.
I've heard of that
Hey,
spaghetti
bruh,
stuff,
no.
but I didn't.
Speak your mind,
I've
my
never
nigga.
done anything like that. Mm-mm.
As long as nobody threaten nobody, I don't give a shit. Y'all speak y'all mind.
All right.
That's gross.
So
Don't do that silent shit over here.
All right, so okay, so all right, so Alan said a lot, right? So Alan said, he cooks too, I cook too. He's also stated that he has a second channel, I guess he cooks, and also I pretty much have to challenge that argument, I guess shoot the link in the private chat, but that is being petty asking for that. So I really don't care, but he can if you want to, since he brought it up. I felt like he was projecting a little bit when he said grandma told him that if your spaghetti sauce is red, there's something added into it. I naturally thought spaghetti sauce was already red, unless you're trying to like keep stewing the seasoning for like an hour for it to be dark red. So I'm a little lost on that one. Yes, sir.
I didn't say it that way. You taking it out the box.
Okay, I could scroll back and quote you correctly. So are you saying that the selective woman would put something in selective foods to do some quote unquote voodoo hoodoo to men? Is that what you're saying?
Think about it every day. You're supposed to think about it every day.
Okay, all right. So with that being said, right? So this is what going back to my projecting part. If those type of men is harping on little tangent things like that, and every woman, I can't taste their food, I can't eat their food, I can't allow a woman, because first you was saying about the cooking, like you want a woman to cook, but now it's like if she do cook, you got to be wary of her cooking because she might put something in the food to poison or put a spell on you.
That's what them bros that came up missing in Colombia found out.
I'm in America, sir. You said you're in the South.
I'm just saying here.
I'm just
saying here.
Let Alan get his point off. Both, y'all get your points off. We're gonna wrap it up in about 15 minutes. Go ahead, rock out.
Because you know what I'm saying, but brother Peel, he's on point too. He's on point too, and hey, I could dig that. You know what I'm saying, but see though, we are warriors men, and in this society nowadays, like it's serious upon us. And yeah, I threw things out there, you know what I'm saying, but yeah, that would for my family and traditions, things like that. But I dig what you're saying though, bro. You know what I'm saying? I understand where you're coming from. On both sides, you know what I'm saying? You got a side, I have a side. And, it just kind of is what it is.
I do believe that there are, listen, I definitely am a man of the old law. I am, right? But the only way for this man of the old law to survive is to be able to, in some forms and ways, adapt. Now, let me give this example.
Okay.
I'm a man of the old law. I'm not gonna lie. I was one of them people. I was bucking at online applications because I'm just wary of computers and shit. Now, let me fill my shit out on paper. I should be able to just come, look over the counter, be like, that's the manager. Hey, holla at me. And we have an interview right then and there. Now, you know what? The process is different. As much as I may want to stay back in that form, I'm not going to make it. I'm just not. Now, do you have to sacrifice your integrity, your morals, and your values in order to adapt and adjust in today's society as a man of the old law? Shit. Nigga, please. Stop playing with me.
Hey, Smith,
no, you don't.
Can you give it a second example of the old law? So you're saying the first example is having an interview face to face versus
I'm giving an example of how I'm old school.
Yeah.
But in order for me to make it in today, I have to recognize what changes have been made, and I have to be able to adapt and adjust to them. If not, I will sink.
So
there will be no swimming.
That's smart. So wouldn't the men that do all the complaining about the women, shouldn't they also learn to adapt too? Because a lot of the men,
I mean, of course, I can only speak for myself. Remember, I want you to
I'm
get
speaking in general.
straight.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. You already know my MO.
In general.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so in general, so the men that complain, and I don't want to harp on the cooking thing. That's me poking a bear a little bit at Alan. But just the majority of the basic things, because again, cooking is a basic skill. Cooking is a basic skill. So if we're harping on cooking, getting a job to pay a bill, changing a flat tire, like these are basic skills. I think
what Brother Allen is more so on, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. The old school. I think that's all the brother's saying. I mean, I don't think we need to nitpick at too much. All he's saying is, look, damn it. The way, him personally, the way I was brought up, what I know, how you get to my heart, if you want to give me a good home cooked meal. I want to taste me something that doesn't taste like it came from a drive-through. I don't think it's anything wrong with that.
It's nothing.
So I get both of y'all points, Brody. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, rock out, Grayfield. What you got?
So is it okay? So with that being said, right? So it's also to be fair again. So you brought it back to food, so I got to attack that again. So if all he's saying like, hey, good meal is to good food is to can you quote that again? Good food is to a man's heart.
Damn, dog, you don't even know the same.
I'm just asking. I'm just trying to get clear.
The way to a guy's heart is through his stomach.
Okay, so would that make him weak? So every time any woman, even a 3 or 4 whole OnlyFans girl that can cook good and bring some food, so he's automatically hooked on her because she cooked good?
I'm not even gonna lie, my nigga. You jive like you see. Listen, you looking too deep into a puddle, and when you do, the only thing
the man just said she cooked good. I'm done.
Never look too deep into a puddle because the only thing you see is your own reflection.
You said Alan said, hey, if it's a good meal, I'm
you making it too deep, bro. I mean, I swear that's all I'm saying, Great Pill. You just making that right there. You're going too damn deep. And look, that's one of them things when we say men are very simple. You're trying to make something very, very simple with a man. Like, can I have a sandwich? Into something that's a maze and like a Rubik's Cube, bruh. It's just very simple. Okay. Don't look some things, it is exactly what it is. And see, that's where discernment comes in. And if you don't have discernment, then you will be over analyzing everything. It's a saying that goes study long, study wrong. I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
All right, so a simple sandwich. So if a woman brings you just a piece of bread, a slap of meat, and just bring it to you, no mayo, no lettuce, no tomatoes, we're good. It's a sandwich.
If that's your woman, she would know exactly what to bring you, how you like it, and what you want on it. She
But
will
that,
know exactly how you want your sandwich. If your woman is in tune and you all are in sync, bro, that is
yeah,
not
but
even
Steady, but
something
that
that
still
would have
comes
to be
back to
discussed. I would not have to tell her, hold on, you know I don't like mustard, or you know whatever. Like I would not have to say that. Because it just like she would not have to say the same thing to me. We are in sync. I know exactly how she likes her, whatever it may be. Scrambled eggs in the morning, or if not, whatever it is. I know exactly how she likes her shit, and I'm going to accommodate and oblige.
I agree with that, but again, it still come back to what I was addressing with Alan before. It comes to period of time of conversation and getting to know the person. At the beginning of the day, because a lot of people make this huge nugget of a absolute when it comes over gradually time. And I give an example, right? We'll leave the food thing out of it. When if you're speaking to a woman, y'all get to know each other, that should be the foundation right there, right? Now, let's just say, for example, cooking is on the checklist. Okay, she crossed that T and dotted I. Now what's next? Because it can't always be she cooked good food. Somebody in chat, Empress said men require sex, sandwich, silence, and peace. Miss Empress, stay off them YouTube talking points. All men isn't the same. All men doesn't only require sex, sandwiches, silence, and peace. Some men love a good conversation with women. Some men don't even want sandwiches. Some men might be vegan. But again, that might be harping a little bit, so I apologize.
Right. Nah,
So
it's not. It's just no. Listen.
No, I'm saying let's get past the food thing.
Hold on. No. Hold on, y'all.
Hold on.
Everything you saying, Great Pill, it is absolutely all logical possibilities. Yes, they are, probable. Yes, these are probable possibilities. But the thing about it is that you're putting it's like the multiverse in Marvel. You're putting too many different scenarios. Now we got a black, a Spanish Spider-Man. It's all kinds of weird shit going on. Can we just stay right here? What we like just that's all I'm saying, bro. Everything does not have to be such a truly deep, intricate. Some things, yes, you should definitely do everything you said as far as dot your I's, cross your T's, put your lines in your capital Q's and all that other good shit. But what I'm saying is some things it is face value. Exactly what you're looking at is exactly what it is. That's why we have a saying goes, once a person shows you who they are, believe them.
Hey, that's true. But at the same time, people love to lie and manipulate. That's why I kept harping on the fact about the sandwiches and food, right? So again,
where's the lie there? Facts. I agree.
Yeah. So with that being said, so that's why I said, let's get past the food part. So if that woman does know how to cook to that man's heart desire, know all his meals, they learn that man on that level, right? The box is checked. Now what? Because it can't always just be food. It can't always be sex. It can't always be silence.
That wasn't the point of just the food.
Hey, to be fair, you made a dialogue 20 minutes.
To be fair,
hold on. One of the ladies got something to say. Go ahead, rock out Cyrax. One of the ladies got something to say.
Yeah, I made it about food. To be fair,
Alan. One of the ladies got something to say. Rock out Cyrax. You got the floor.
Okay, I'm just gonna say what I said earlier in chat, that as a man, you just have to know what you want in a woman. Plain and simple. What exactly do you want from a woman? Be intentional when you go on dates and ask the right questions. Be upfront and honest in what you want and expect. And and if they don't have those qualities, then like next. Because like I feel like if you because I'm sure that like if some women like you enough, they will go to great lengths to obtain those qualities for you. But then you have to come with something too, because in a relationship everything is it's a give and take. It's not just you can't just expect her to come with everything that you want, but then you don't come with everything that she wants. And I understand that that you guys think the women are delusional, they expect too much, but no, I think the average woman just expects like what Great Pill said, that the basics, like just helping out, love, loyalty, just simple stuff like that. And of course, you know, if you want her to be a traditional wife, then yeah, make sure you earn enough to pay for everything so she could, you know, be a stay-home wife. And yeah, and that's it. Thank you.
All right, respect. All right, go ahead. Gray pill, whatever. Yeah. Y'all can rock out. 5 more minutes.
Oh, we're good, man. I'm gonna step down, so we got 5 minutes. And closing, overall with the conversation. Appreciate the back and forth with PA and Alan. I would just say this: just learn the person that you're with in the beginning stages of a conversation. Because I always preach this a lot. I say date or court with intent. If you are in your late teens, because let's be honest, people's dating and screwing at age 13 to 14 and on up. So understand your intent when you're getting with the person. Women understand your intent. Men understand your intent. I think PA, even though, you know, he's probably throwing back the wine, I feel like he's the most transparent person on here with his intent as far as with the women. So I appreciate from that. But that's an example. Just be transparent and honest with your intent when you're meeting somebody. If you know you just want to just, you know, have a casual whatever, just be upfront and honest about it. If that person's the person you want and you know you're not going to go no longer with exclusivity with that woman, you know it's going to be doomed to fail, and then it's going to be lies and manipulation down the road. If you know your intent is for marriage, be the best version or work on to be the best version of a husband and a wife you need to be, and hit them streets, hit them options that 84 brought up earlier, where to look for. I've been on a platform where a woman said, hey, she's 24 and she felt like she's tired and she can't find them. And I'm like, look, you're 24, you young, you still got time. You're not going nowhere. The world's not ending no time soon, knock on wood. Just prep now and give your time to like maybe 30. I trust and believe somebody will find something within the next 3 years if that's your intent. If your intent is like, hey, I want a husband, wife, and family, you're going to find it. But also understand this, and I might be kind of cruel to say this, everything, just having also a mindset, everything doesn't last forever, meaning somebody might get sick. Somebody might get injured. So you might have the husband that is the breadwinner and he might get hurt. So now you got to have a plan, you know? And this might be me poking the bear at PA's hypothetical. So if he got the woman and grandma's sick and hurt and he's like, heck no, but guess what might happen? PA might get sick and hurt, and guess what's going to happen? The girl that he's with for 3 years might get vengeful and spiteful. It might be another episode or season part 2 of Mad Dangerous Screaming Woman. And he might be the main star, and he might actually get drowned. So
I can take care of the whole family, grandma and all. Hold up, I lose my job. Hold up, I take care of the whole generation. I lose my job.
You get sick and hurt, she gone.
If I lose my job, and if I sprain my ankle jogging, she is gone.
Hey, PA, all I'm saying is, PA, keep an open mind, because Mad Black Woman part 2 might come up, and you might need her, because again, 3 years now, she may have you locked in on all types of angles, so she might be the only woman you need. All right, but I'll leave it like that, sir. Thank you for allowing me to come up to have a conversation.
Nah, man, no problem. Anytime, man. Yes. I promise everybody down. Let me say this, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna get to and look, everybody, please keep it about a minute or so. We're gonna get up out of here and wrap it up. Alan, PA, Tika, and around the board. Go ahead, give your final thoughts and whatever it is you want to say, and we're gonna go ahead and digress this mic and mute it for the evening or more night. It's more night. Yeah, there we go. It's morning, but still night. I digress. My mic is muted. Alan, you got the floor. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Jam. Hey, it's shit. We dealing with a whole situation out here that, I'm not saying it's no good women anymore or no good men anymore, but it seems like that the decent people can't get in contact with each other anymore. So everybody,
That's because all the decent people aren't out where all the locals are generally. We are in like hidden corners and spaces. It's a little more difficult to get in contact with folks like us because of where we reside. Rock
Right.
out.
right, and that's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? And it's just not gonna work. So nowadays that the majority of men are digressing, and we're happy with keeping our money, spending our money on ourselves, being quote unquote selfish nowadays, just like the majority of women are. Yeah, we love that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Like, I'm just being honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. The good men are getting money, and we love ourselves. I love myself. You know what I'm saying? Self, I love you. Real talk. Self, I love you. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm stacking paper. I'm getting money. You know what I'm saying? I own everything around me. You know what I'm saying? And any chick that try to come in my circle, if you ain't gonna comply to what I have to die for, then shit, it's no way around.
Thank me in the morning.
All right, respect to that. Hey, respect to that man's mindset. PA, it's on you, Lady Tika. And we're gonna go around the board. Soap, I don't know if you want to go last or not, but yeah, go ahead, PA.
That mute button hard to get on my system. Okay. I mean, thoughts is like I said, I mean, some things I might have been kidding, most things I said I wasn't, right? So your in-laws can't stay here, man. Look, you don't have to communicate that. You know, it's hard enough to keep her funky ass there without kicking her out. You know what I'm saying? And now she want to bring somebody she related to. Come on, man. She asked. That's a lot to ask, ladies and gentlemen too. She been sitting there trying to do something else to your spaghettis. And why would you want a woman to cook for you? Hold up, time out. And number way, a way to the man's heart is not through his stomach, it's through his nuts. Now, why would you want a woman to cook for you? Now, yeah, I know this is kind of funny, but this is serious. You know, men, we have a hard life out here, man. And some of these punk ass, I'm trying to do YouTube friendly words.
These punk ass niggas, I said it for you. Rock out. See how free I am.
That you ladies like to date, ain't got no heart, but they trying to be like real cats, real niggas out here. They just went out there and just lost a sporting game because they trying to play sports. They just got beat, so they pissed, they mad. Then they went and say, you know what? I'm gonna just let some steam off. I'm gonna go shoot some dice. They just lost all their money shooting dice. Now they done showed up at the doorstep. Now they look at you dead in your face after they done took them 2 L's. And they gonna beat somebody up that day. So they gonna super sock you and then sit up there and say, Celie, get my shave, woman. And then after that, after they done all that, then they gonna say, now get up and cook. Do you know what's gonna be in your food? Men, fellas, do y'all know y'all really want a woman to cook for you? I don't. I was like, baby, I already ate. Now you know what I'm saying?
PA, if Bobby's World was a person, I swear on life. Tika, rock out. I don't know. All right, Queen, what you got? Queen, going once, going twice.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Yeah. Final thoughts. What you got? We wrapping it up, baby. And then Cyrax is it's on you, and we out of here.
I'm confused, but I'm just gonna say I don't know what the hell happened to this conversation, but
I try to bring it
Everybody
back.
just pay attention to the words that come out of people's mouths, not just
Yes,
their
ma'am.
words, their actions, and proceed with caution, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Please proceed with caution. That's it.
Yes, ma'am. Well said. Well said.
Amen. I agree with that.
Okay, Cyrax, it's on you. It's on you, lovely lady. What you got for us for the evening, and we're gonna get up out of here.
Okay, I just want to thank both you, Smitty and So, for allowing me to come up on here. I really appreciate it. It was great talking to everybody on this panel, and sorry if I didn't offer or provide any utility this time. And so, but I am looking forward to coming back up here again. So, thank you.
I love that. So I don't have anything else for that. I love you guys. And with that being said, let's go ahead and have a good more night. I digress. My mic is muted. Love, respect.